Oh shit, I've already went through the microphone too now. I thought I fixed this and I ruined everything. I broke it. I thought I fixed the microphone and I ended up breaking the microphone. How did I fix that? It only happens when like I thought I fixed shit. And I broke it again. This is not the audio, the monitoring device. Let's not do that. I broke everything. I thought I fixed this. Apparently, no, I did not fix it. How do I break my shit? Well, I guess it's for the main. Trying to fix everything. Why is that on? Turn it off. Oh, my eye be watery. There's a bit of lag, I think. It's playing audio. I thought I fixed it. My iPhone stopped watering. Oh boy. I think I've noticed the issue. So I can either fix my audio issues so I don't cut out when I speak, or so if I do that, then you'll hear music, which is odd in my microphone, which I don't know why. Or it's still going through the microphone, even though I already said it. Why? Let this one stream mode on for both computers, really? Now I see why I do 720p and not 1080. I'm watching my average time to render frames peak and my FPS drop. Oops. I now see why! I want to try 1080 though. I need to fix the darn microphone issue. I mean, you don't hear it now, but like if it's a bassier song, you'll definitely hear it. I wonder if I'll pick this up. It does. Oh, now it's not picking up audio. I'm just looking at the audio. Why? So it doesn't pick up my voice if I don't mute, or if I don't put my microphone up. It doesn't pick it up that much. If I put it up, it picks up a lot more. I don't know what open threshold and closed threshold is though. I guess if I have like, if I have it like there, like if a sound is quieter than, I guess 29 decibels, it just turns, it just closes the microphone. If it's quieter than that, it just turns it off. If that's what I'm seeing right now, but oh, now I see why I don't do 1080p. There's a delay. It's usually instant. Oh, I now see why I don't do 1080p. Oh, this is a mistake doing 1080p. Oopsies. Well, yeah, I don't have a GPU and I'm doing 1080p. What is, I don't know. This one eye won't stop watering. I don't know why. I just want to make me blinking like crazy. No, it's picking up music again. Well, if I have it there, then it's always just open. I'll pick up anything. Like if I put the close threshold at -96, it will pick up anything. It won't pick up my clicking though, unless I speak. Maybe it will. Now, if I raise my volume though, if I raise my volume on my headset, it might pick it up once we get a song. Yes. So open threshold. My voice is usually around like, I guess 45 decibels loud. I don't know how loud my voice actually is. I can figure this out right now. My voice is usually around 76 decibels loud. Oh, okay. Usually around 76? That's just around like 70, 60, 50. Ambient noise in my room is 36 decibels? Huh. Wait, is that the music? No, that's just the computer. Apparently my computer is 36 decibels loud. Who knew? So if I have this... If it's putting it all the way here, music gets picked up. No, not really. I'm gonna put it around maybe 60 decibels. Oh, it's closed threshold. It's closed threshold all around. Well, I won't be blasting music right here. Let's put all the other way. Now it just, I guess, turns off. I don't know what closed threshold is. Confusion is what it is. But I don't seem to be cutting out now. Like my voice doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem to be cutting out. I haven't dropped any frames though. It's just that stats FPS is dropping a little bit. Average time to render frames is like 20 milliseconds. Frames missed due to rendering lag, but I'm not dropping frames, but I'm missing frames. I don't know the difference between those two are, but okay. Oh, you can pick me up and swallow it. Wait. Nope, it's picking up audio again. Well, I don't know what open threshold and closed threshold is. Apparently, if you have... Do not pick up any background noise. Oh, now I pick my voice up though. Okay, well, I pick up a burp. But then I have to speak a bit louder for the microphone to hear me. I just want to get like a proper microphone. I'm not gonna go with any other brand. I'm gonna go with Razer because I haven't really been given good recommendations of other microphones to use. And I like Razer and I trust them. So yeah. I'm also just gonna go live until someone else goes live so I can raid them. Why? 'Cause I don't know. I'm just trying to test audio. Oh, well, pick up. I'm breathing for a second and then cut out. Dude, what the fuck is happening? Why the fuck is it picking up another goddamn sound? Noise suppression just picks up everything, which is an issue. It's picking up sound from somewhere. And it's driving me nuts. And if I mute it, it picks up even more. They almost spilled my damn Coke off my desk. Why? You know, I'm just gonna close stats because I don't give a shit about this crap. You know what's funny? It's all like freaking out, yet I looked up any frames, so I don't know what this issue is. Like, chill. Who the hell cares? 20 milliseconds isn't that bad. OBS. Oh, I need to flip it. Flip it back. Okay, this didn't show an image. If I close this, my camera's gonna die. Not. What? How does it not die if I do that? Where did IV cam go? There we go. Now I can see myself on the other screen. But I want to know why the hell it's playing R through the headset. It didn't do this last night. It's doing it now, though?
A puppy has grown up to a dog. Ryakado564 just subscribed. You're a true owl now.
Maddie! Well, hello there. It's Maddie Sips. I don't know if you can hear them. I can't. I have streamed from a single PC and I don't have a... Why does that tooth look weird? The things I nose in the camera, like, why does my tooth look weird? I don't have a Go XLR, I don't have a sound mixer, everything, just literally everything in iPhone as a camera. Literally, that's all. This is my headset. And I monitor the music for, like, also there's my computer, no GPU. Thanks for the gifted sub to my friend Eli, How are you? I'm tired. Hopefully my microphone doesn't pick up more audio from the music. I don't know why I'm doing that, but it has. I rock out the music too easily. Oh, we could do this again. Well, I don't have anything to put a macro though. How about a snacky in macro? Just switch to the ultra wide. It's already out of focus. Okay. Meow. Look at the eye in macro. That's selfie camera. There's wide. My focus really that? I don't think my focus is that. I don't think my thing's working. It's not updating. Okay. Ah, IV cam is broken. Hang on. I broke IV cam. Hold up. Also, I'm streaming and Intel's like, hey, we have 2 driver updates for you. I don't care, I'm live. Give me a second. Okay. Oh. There we go. Now everything's updating. It was broken before. I don't know why, because you can't see my frame. But here he is. Oh, it's a Hootie. Where's Hootie? Ah, he's over there in my bed. Your first gift set on the channel. Wonderful. Are you streaming tonight? Or is it too late for you to stream now? I see that late stream. I'm just waiting for someone else to go live. This was supposed to be a test stream, but I didn't want to, like, just stream for 30 minutes and then end stream. I'm not doing a 30-minute stream. Heck no. No way I'm doing a 3-minute test stream. I mean, we've already gone for... It's been 18 minutes? Wait, really? Close enough. I see my stuff in. Oh, I found mounts and cool stuff online. For my phone. So, I have a tripod. It's not in this room with me. It's in the other room. And music's distracting me. I can't think. We've missed 383,800 frames due to rendering lag. Well, this is what I get for trying out 1080p. Now I see the issue. Oops. My FPS is supposed to be at 48. It's going to like 45 or 44. That's why I put it at 48. So if it goes below, it still looks smooth. I mean, sure, you might see a bit of like a weird like frame drops, but who cares? Works for me. I like how Maddie gifted us up, but he didn't sub himself. That's fine. It's a MagSafe mount, and it was attached to the back of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Forgot what the phone's called for a second. This is the iPhone 8. Oh, look, I can show off my merch now. Oh, it's reversed. Oh my gosh, it's reflective. Hang on. I can make it unreversed. There! On the iPhone 8 Plus. I need to buy, coding overload. Shut up, OBS. My damn face when it froze was the dumbest looking face I've ever seen. Oh, I love it. And I hate it at the same time. Okay, don't overload when I show this. This was the iPhone 8. I realize now that because I have a new iPhone that this case doesn't fit. And I need to buy a new case now. Make me blush over here. I need a new case now that works with the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I don't usually put a case on my phone. If I put a case on my phone, it will not be so what am I looking for? It won't be a protective case. I got this from Teespring. I forgot place for it. Wait, you know I could just do this. Yeah, it's Teespring. I'm gonna reflip the camera because it just looks weird to me. I don't know why, it just bothers me. What did I sign in with the system with? Gmail? Which one though? Was it Ferdog G on music or Ferdog G on gaming? It's one of those. I don't know which one though. Oh boy. I'm going to assume it was G on music. I'm going to assume no, it was not G on music. I'm going to assume it was. Yo logo iPhone case. I can order a sample. Is it coming? That would really have ruined this website. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I can't see any of those. Yeah, dark mode needs to turn off. I can't see anything. Ah, blinding. Well, that sucks. They go up to iPhone 11 Pro Max and the SE and SE 2020. They have no iPhone 12s or 13s. Well then. That's an issue, isn't it? I thought you were so goddamn bright. It's blinding me. And yet this doesn't. Well, it's like it's like behind the lamp. So if I put my hand there, right on their side is the laptop. I'm like, yeah, cute. But which owl? Well, there's only one here. That is stunning. I want them. They need to update. I can contact them though. We run on intercom? What does that mean, intercom? That's like another website or company thing. I'm looking at myself here instead of here. So this one here is the actual one on the OBS. This one here is actually the app. You can see my watch band if I do that. Yeah, my watch band for my watch. Hello. I have 2 messages. Oh. Right. Oh. But I can message them about that. It's for the, what case is this? It just says iPhone case. But it's not like... What case is this? I know they have multiple cases, but I'm not sure what this one is. It's not, is it a snap case? Okay, maybe I'll fix the art issues. I don't know. I'm trying to go to Teespring, damn it. What's my link? There we go. So the case I've used. The case is a what type now? I thought they had other cases. Huh. I love how the case that's out of stock is the original iPhone SE. That's the only one. For some reason. You think the 10R would be out of stock? Apparently not. It's just an iPhone. I'm gonna message them. Woo, no, Neo Tokyo. I know this song right away. Serious, but S-E-R-E-I-S. Yes, I know so. I burp like this. My face looks weird when I burp now. I never noticed that. Unless I can create it. Maybe I'm gonna have it going to that I don't know at the same time. I forgot I have that Owl of Nightmares. The Halloween version of the pillow I have. And then Spooky poster and then bigger Spooky poster. No one buys any of my merch. I don't make much money. I am in a bit of a money issue recently. I canceled more subscriptions. My FPS keeps dropping. What the fuck? Maybe 48 FPS was the greatest and 1080p wasn't the greatest. Hey, I tried something different, okay? I wanted to test a higher resolution if I could. So on my end, I'm skipping frames. But on the network, I'm not. How does that work? I'm gonna answer it. Oh, please, Frank, just turn off dark remote and work. Jesus, you're broken. They have new stuff. I think. No, they don't. They have a pint glass, but that's always in there. Do they have anything new? I'm curious. Oh! They have new drinkware stuff. Nice water bottle, a nice tumbler, a wine tumbler, Wait, why the hell? Why does that exist? And then a black mug. Literally, a black mug. In the bath category, you got a beach towel, the complete opposite with a bath towel. A bucket hat? Oh great. You wanna be a fisherman? Wait. Yeah, that's power button, that's volume button. Wait a second. There's no way. No. So they don't have, apparently, what I'm seeing, I can't tell if that's the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I don't think it is because it looks more square of the cutout than rectangle, and 11 Pros have a more of a rectangular camera bump. I'm pretty sure even on like the Pro phones they have a rectangular cutout instead of being square. iPhone 13. I think. They might look like a flat edge phone and not rounded. Yep, I think they make new tough cases, which I don't like as much, because it changes the buttons, and I don't like having another button on top of my button. I don't know why I just don't like it. I'm gonna play with the cross, by the way. Don't know why, I am. And they make it for the iPhone 13s and 12s, but they don't make this style case. You can see me. You can see me. I made the infinite mirror effect. They don't have it for the. They don't have the snap case that's on this. On the newer phone. Why? Huh? I wonder if Redbubble has a phone case. If it does, I'm just gonna make one on Redbubble then. Because I have a phone on Redbubble too. I think if you do... Bubble, there you go. Redbubble is where I got those from. I could just pick up the phone and show you, but I don't want to. No. I want to hear that ending again. So I don't get blinded. I can't help myself with Neo Tokyo. I love Neo Tokyo and I love the ending. Literally, I love every single remix of Neo Tokyo except for one of them. It's a bit too slow for me. Neo Tokyo is just a good song. I like it. I love Neo Tokyo. I love Oblivia. I love Oblivion City. I love any freaking cassette song you can think of. I love it. I don't have the remix in the playlist because there's too many of them. Get blind by iTunes. Ah! I can add this as it takes 5 years to search stuff. Ooh, my FPS is really dropping. Apple Music, damn it. Goodness me. My FPS is really dropping. Oh, I can't help it. I have a GPU. You know, I could do this better if I had a GPU. Albert, screw off. No one loves you. Get a real job, damn it. Oh, it's so laggy and slow. Like, I'll play my favorite one. This one. This is my favorite one here. This is my favorite Neo Tokyo. Yeah. Oh, look, a truck full of RTX 390s. Let's steal it. Why? You buffoons. You dumb assholes. What? Let's close Exeraton. I had to repay Exeraton because they were about to delete our 2 servers I made for Eli. I completely forgot. I didn't know they charged me 10 creds per month. Who knew? We need to play Minecraft. Yeah. That's what we need to do. Okay? No problem. Log in. I don't know. Not. Log in! Enter did nothing. Yeah, display models don't even have, like... That's not just like a display piece. It's not a real GPU. I bet it's all hardware locked, too, to be honest. Like, I bet you can't do anything with it. It's probably all hardware locked. You probably can't overclock it. You probably can't change any of the stuff. I bet it's all hardware locked just for the computer it's on. Oh, Maddie, if you're still here... Alright, I'm gonna show you something. I just can't hear if you're still here. I know you're probably lurking, but... Do I have a case on Redbubble? I know you can make a case on Redbubble, but... I'm gonna assume Maddie is not here anymore. I don't know why, but it is an iPhone 15. I recognize the camera cutout! I can get my Pride Heart on a case, but it's more of a tough case. No, it's a soft case. They have a Pro Max. Wow, it didn't load. Well. Huh. I don't want to load it. Why? Okay, fine. 13 Pro? There, it loaded 13 Pro. See? Oh, I hate this screen with the awful colors. Look! I can have that on an iPhone 13 Pro Max. I mean, I know that's the 13 Pro, but 13 Pro Max, the 13 Pro Max won't show, like, it don't want to, oh, now it loads! I don't have this design for it, though. Found, please. Okay. There. You know, holding 2 phones is very difficult right now. Trying to hold 2 phones is so... But they have this case, so that's a thing. I like that. Ignore that. They have it. Look at that big slab of a phone. Yeah. 13 Pro Max is not a small phone, nor is this. Even without the case, this thing is huge. Like, well, let's try this and the iPhone 13 Pro Max are technically the same size. It's just that this phone's 2 millimeters taller and thicker. This is like just, yeah. Also, the camera doesn't come out as far as it does on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Oh, with the case, I can't do like the wobble comparison. Although this case makes my phone fly around like crazy. I should make a case like this, for Redbubble. I'm going to assume Maddie Sets is on here, but he might be lurking, and if he's looking and seeing the stream, it's a Milky! It's a Milky sticker on the computer case. He took the spot of this. This used to be there, but then I moved this. I don't even know why I said that. Wow, that was really stuck on there. I can have stickers in my phone. It's silicon. I don't know how silicon just sticks, but it does. It's weird to me. It's a little microfiber cloth, like do clean stuff, but whatever. Oh boy. So I might have to buy. I need to flip it again. There. I need to buy that case then, for this phone. But then how did I show off the merch? Huh. What happens if I do this? Wait, I'm curious. Is this gonna break everything? Most likely will. It most likely will break everything. I'm curious. What if I get IV cameraing on this phone and this phone? What happens? How would that work? I'm gonna break stuff, aren't I? What's the IP address? Well, I can't see it. Nope, nothing there. Nope, don't tell me there. I already went in there, don't tell me there. No, don't open the webpage. You know what? Just go to settings. Just go to the computer settings, you'll find it that way. Intranet. How much gigs have I used on this Wi-Fi network? Wait a second. From the last 3 days, I've used 77 gigabytes. Oh my god. A lot. It is. Yeah, that's how I can it. 168 is the second one, not the first. It's always 192, 168, 168. It's never anything that, well, sometimes, but for me it's always been that, and I don't know why. I don't know! Everywhere I've gone in the world too, it's always been that number. It's just that the two last ones are different. I don't... It's like, is that a standard or something for IP addresses? No, I'm not sweet. I'm not dumb enough to say my IP address out loud. Sometimes I'm trying to do it back. What happened? It refuses. It refuses. Yeah, IP cam refuses to let my phone work. Well, I tried. I tried. Turn you back on airplane mode. Oh yeah, Matty went live. I asked him that, he didn't answer. Me back here. Wow. Hello. Oh, my camera's delayed. Whoa, it is very delayed. Oh, now it's not. What is it? Turn that off. No, off. Thank you. Ew, IV cam has a beauty filter mode. I hate it. Gross. It does not look pretty at all. Dude, did you see how much it made my face soft? Look, it doesn't feel it. I hate this. Ew. Look. Look how smooth my face is. I hate it. Like when, and then there's like a slight other mode. This is not off yet, and now it's off. I just gonna do this. Whoop. Oh. Apparently flipping the camera doesn't work. Like it flips it entirely. Oh yeah, because I forgot I cropped the top off a bit. So I can see the edge of the light right here. This is where my camera ends. But on here it ends here. Should I change this lifetime? I can have my phone as a recorder. I'm not doing that though. Oh wait, then I could use my phone as a microphone. But I don't wanna, because then you hear everything. There's something I saw online I wanted to get. It connects to my phone via MagSafe, as I was talking about before, and it can hold my phone in vertical or landscape. Obviously, I'm using it in portrait landscape, not vertical. Vertical is, what am I talking about? Portrait or landscape. I'm gonna have it in portrait because that's how I have it right now. I mean, it doesn't really flip well, so that's why I have it in this. And I don't want to change all the OBS settings for the camera crop I have to be a square. And the reason why I hate this because you can see my notes, and I hate that so much. Literally my phone is just resting against my keyboard right here, and my monitor, which is right here. It's not covering the monitor, it's resting on the bezel, but it's just... But I found something online that mounts to it and will mount to a tripod. And I can hook my tripod up like over here somewhere. Over here somewhere. It's messy, I know. I mean, that's also messy. I could try to mount it behind. I did try to do that once. With a DSLR. Didn't go so well. So you can see a bit more of me. What I want to do actually is try and get mount to somehow just attach it to that on top of my monitor so you can see a bit more of everything. then, I mean, you won't be, I won't look directly at you. People hate when I do this. People are like, he's looking at me. How much is that kit? $23. What is that artwork? Let's find that artwork. Also, I didn't get a gift sub. I'm so happy because I needed someone to test that. I didn't know if it worked or not. Spin the vlog drive, which is super slow. I'm probably dropping frames by doing this, to be honest. Where would it be in? Where did I find the heart? Oh. Well, I found a bill. I found a building of face. I'm not looking at them. I'm looking. There's images right above you. I'm looking at them. I'm scanning my hard drive for this image. I don't know where it is. I'll find it eventually. I'm probably dropping so many frames, but I don't really care right now. I want to find this. Not there. That's also cool. That's gonna be saddening. This picture's my old pocket watch I gave to Cameron. Sorry, from small. Oh, we don't want to do that folder. Nope. I don't even want to continue the name of it. That stuff I need to delete. Where is this image? Stuff like loading slowly is what I'm noticing. I found a bunch of clips from my old channel. I'm up here now! Playing Jedi. Oh. That looks familiar. Elements of owl. That's the same colors that are on the case. And the EO logo. Ah! Why did I name it that? EO logo. Ah! Which of the A is after it. EO PNG. Just like the EO logo. Kind of like, that's the exact same. Although I was more colorful than that. This is the same color as this, but this one's more bright. Brighty? Ain't a word. I don't know where it went to. Not in Photoshop creation. Nope, that's old. Oh my god, that is old stuff. Oh, what year are you from? Wanna tell me? 2018? From laptop, maybe? No, that's not me either. I have a bad cough. I'll find this eventually. What is that? Psychosis. What did I just see? My file that I read. What was that? Oh, psychosis. Oh yeah, that stuff. I was so confused for a second. Like, what is this? I thought it was like something like from geography. Then I saw this picture like, oh, I didn't want to think about that. Nope. Blue USB file 1. File 1? Why did I name it file 1? I hope it's not a USB stick. I don't know where my USB stick is. Oh boy. I hope it's not a USB. That's gonna suck. I don't know where my USB is. Well boy. Well boy? Oh boy. Well boy? I should stop it. Never realized why I should name stuff, because I can't find things if I don't name them. Ah, now I see the issues. Beautiful. Down there. Not TSP hard drive. Yeah. My whole home drive. TSP H drive. Before I graduated school, I copied everything I could and put on my own hard drive. I didn't know I had so many download files on my home drive. Apparently I did. I don't know why, but I did. Other images? Nope. These look familiar and close, but I don't know. Oh wow, so yeah, the law stuff in it. I thought I ordered music. I didn't know I could download those. A lot of videos, the same 5 years to load. Where would these be? If you're talking in chat, I can't see it at the moment, by the way. I'll catch up in chat in a second. I'm looking for stuff. It better not be on the other hard drive. I feel like I put on this hard drive. Did I not though? If I put on this hard drive, I'd be like, why? It should be on this hard drive. It's on my laptop. My laptop has nothing on it. Where is the shit? I've never said that before. Where is the shit? Why did I say it like that? What is this song? Oh, it's Neutronic. I recognize that voice. I don't know what the song is. I've never heard this one before. Icon. Ah, let me go here. At least it's not set. Yet you say you don't like when I have my camera up, angled down, look at my face. Like when you do this. Well, it's not that high. Like this, but mine is worse because you're looking up my nose, like my nose. Also, since you mentioned this, recently I realized I can share my computer's internet connection through Ethernet. So I want to buy a USB-C to Ethernet adapter to my phone. You know iPhones can do that too, and iPad. They can disconnect from, I don't know why, but they can. You can also connect an iPad directly to a projector. I saw that one in Danforth Tech in the library. That's one thing I miss about Danforth Tech, is that I didn't go into it much, was the library. I really love the library of how it looks. And I didn't get much photography in it. I never got any photography. I should have. Because I love the darn stained windows. I love how the bookshelves are like laid out. Ah, missed opportunities. And now I live like 100 colors away. Where would this stuff have been saved? What is this image from? I have no idea. I don't know where I found that from. Like, I came as close as, like, the word elemental owl and stuff, but it's just not correct. Like, where, like, oh god. If that exists, that's a weird cough I have. Then where is the other stuff I made for Twitch? For Redbubble. Where do I put this stuff? Where do I save this crap and they can't find it afterward? Goodness. I've probably been in here. It's not in here. What's the GK banner? Oh, Gian Creativity. Ah, microphone club. Bye. It's not in here. Why can't I find it? That's old. That's an old file. I don't know why I even went in there. Oh no! I just realized something. I know where it is. Look, I can see his stuff. I can reinvest the things right here. I don't know why it's there. I just noticed where the stuff is. We have a new follower. Cruelness. Oh, thanks for the follow. I don't know if I like it as much, but welcome on in. I don't know frames and all that. Interesting. But I just noticed where this image file is. It's not on this computer. It's not on this. It's on the hard drives. You wanna know where it is? It's on my pre-built, which is out there and has no mouse, so I can't use it. If I want to use it, I have to unplug my mouse from this computer. So, oh boy, I learned where it is. So I can't get this image yet and put it on Redbubble for the iPhone 13 Pro Max case. So this phone gonna have a case. We're gonna focus. Bink. Does this freak you out? Oh! I can even see stuff. And the flower. Not really. It's too dark. The phone can't see itself. What the heck? You know what freaks me out is putting the case on the phone. Like it's gonna break something on the side. This is a tight fit case. Like it's hard to take off. Because it holds down the power button. And I'm like, don't call emergency services, stop. Also, you notice the image I've made up there? I changed it. It used to be on top of the chat, now it's up there. This also used to be the G, which was in the center of that. Now I've just moved it. Because I noticed its name was Heart, so I heard G, because I couldn't have Heart. And I changed it. Where is Cruelness from? Do I know you from anywhere? Or are you a bot? Oh. I don't like you anymore. Because your account was created 44 minutes ago. Why are we gonna keep a close eye on you? Ooh, I've never heard this song in my life, to be honest. I just added this album, and I'm like, I only know 2 songs from this album, which is Empathy and Moth Wings. I've never listened to any of the other songs in this album. But yeah, your account was created January 9th, 2022, and it says account created 44 minutes ago. So... manage suspicious user. Suspicious user. monitor you. Phone, wake up. Maybe it's that didn't work. Oh, my camera froze. Oh, my phone froze. Why are we frozen? Low battery, 20%. Figured it out. I could charge it using my computer actually. Hang on. Hang on. Ah, pants. Were we long enough? There it is. Me and my mag's safe. Give me a second, Eli. I'm doing stuff. I don't really why in the way. Oh god. Why did autofocus on? I don't know. There. That's charging. Did you see what I said about iPads and camera angles earlier as well? But anyway, yes, I know you can connect iPads to projectors and other things. My friend Adam sometimes connects their iPad to a TV. I think they were even able to do that when they still had the 30 pin. I heard about the phone thing. I feel the exact opposite, Sally. The exact opposite of the exact opposite about what? I like this song. I would love this. I'm gonna favorite this song. Blind me as I favorite this song. Or love it, I guess. Because Apple doesn't have a favorite, they just have love. Ah! Frames missed due to rendering lag. 5.3%, and it's red? For 5%? I feel like that should be red, but okay. The weird head moves I do. I used to do it like a lot heavier, but it really hurt my neck, so I can't do it as crazy anymore. Ow, my head. Ah! I haven't done that yet, hang on. Kinda see pixels. Kind of. Not well. Hello there. Sorry. I don't have to be so damn bright anymore. We don't know how people don't like when people look directly into the camera, but you said you don't like when I have my camera up, angled down, like at my face, and it's not looking straight at me. Well, that's when we talk on a VC. I need to flip this. It's bothering the hell out of me again. That's when because my chat's over here, and it makes more sense if I'm looking that way at chat. Because when it's like this, and like that way, it looks like I'm looking at the activity feed. Now when I look this way, the activity feed, I'm looking at my chat. Obviously for you, if I look this way, it looks like I'm looking at chat on your end. If you don't have BTTV, where moves chat from the other to the other side, which is what I'm used to. I don't know why I'm used to chat on the left side, but I am. I'm not used to it to the right side. But I have it flipped so I can see stuff. Or as soon as I can do this, and I'm out of frame now. Ah! I'm still on the right side. I can't get used to it on the right side. On mobile Twitch, I'm fine because I just don't really care because it's a screen I can tap on. But having to look over chat, like doing this, is like, oh, too much work. Because when I sit here, I don't want to move my head so darn close to my computer. Because then I'm like looking at chat here. When I do this, I can just look over. And I do this and like, I'm just used to it on the left side. And I got so used to it when I was off. I'm like, oh god, it's off. But yeah, that's during like streams and like that's during like a VC call. I'm okay. Like if it doesn't like if the camera's not pointing like directly at you and stuff, I get a bit annoyed because during the voice chat call, I like to be able to see the person. And have eye contact. But when I'm streaming, most people in chat don't like when you look directly at them. They like to, because if you start talking to them like this, it can be a little bit uncomfortable. So that's why I look over here. I've learned that from Dr. McLive, surprisingly. See, this is why I didn't want to put this album in here because I'll get a bunch of Neo Tokyo remixes next. I love how the people Face Quad, webban, because he didn't reply to me at all. G-Law, Shoulder Nips. Shoulder Nips, I love that name. Catherine Takamaki, and Owl Demone. Our sister followed. And then this person I'm monitoring because I don't trust them. I think they left. I don't think they're lurking. Maybe they are. Yeah, they're not lurking. Bloodspot hasn't been active today. He took a second to reply. Oh, confident. Doing well. Oh. Oh, what? Sorry. Why? Why that quote of all quotes? I'm sorry, my nose is runny and I don't have tissue. I know that what I just did was gross, but much impressive with my camera looking straight at my face. There is tiny bezels on my monitor. The stand is not tall, you know, to put a clamp on. My eyes just started watering because of the lamp there. Let me cover that for a second. So I was not trying to put the clamp on. And there's too little space behind my monitor to put something like a mini tripod. Ow! Ow! Oh. I don't know why I became ow all of a sudden. I can actually see what song's playing next. No. Not another Neo Tokyo. Stop it. Stop it. Well, next up is Cassetter. Yay, Cassetter! I love Cassetter. I should move my mic next to my throat, but I don't for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't. I really want my case. I need to find that image. I do think it's on there. I thought I moved every image I needed over, but I guess I didn't. Which sucks, to be honest. Wish I did, but nope, didn't. I did not do that. Which is why I want to get a USB switch instead of using mouse without borders. It's a good program that Bill told me, but I don't have 2 mice. I have 1. Well, I had 2, I just don't know where my wireless one went to. I have 3 wireless mice. 1's broken. 2 are Logitech. I have a small Logitech and a... I have 1 that's wired and 1 that's not wired. No, I have 2 that are wired. One's bigger than the other. I have like one that's the size of my palm, and I love it. It's my favorite one. I don't know the names of them. Don't ask me. They're not gaming mice. I don't like lots of gaming mice, to be honest. Everyone's like, they're so good. They're Logic gaming mice. I'm like, I don't care. Oh, there's a remix of this song that I really love. Like everyone's like, the G64, whatever the darn mouse is called. What's the darn stupid Logic Tech mouse that everyone loves at the moment? I don't care about it at all. I'm like, it's so good. I'm like, I don't care. I like Razer. Razer. Well, it's reversed. Who cares? Razer. Bill doesn't understand how to read reviews well. He tried Razer keyboard and mice, or just a keyboard. He's like, I don't like this keyboard. It sucks. Like, well, you're using a membrane keyboard. He's like, I'm using the Ornata, or the Synosa. And like, that's a membrane keyboard, not a mecha membrane. They do have a mecha membrane, but that's just a membrane keyboard. It's not great. I mean, it's good for starters, but he's not new to PC games, so it could go over him. And he kept saying Razer's slow down his computer. Dude, Razer's running right now for my fans on my computer, for my keyboard and mouse. I don't see frame drops when I play games, to be honest. I see nothing. I don't know what his issue was. I love how the visualizer is so smooth. Although you can't see how smooth it is because my FPS keeps changing. Oh, I just noticed something. I think the case that has the heart on it is a semi-transparent case. Because, well, it's attached to MagSafe. That's back to the case, and you can see the heart through it, which it will be interesting. So it depends on whatever color phone you get. That's not a Pro Max. It looks so weird seeing the camera bump straight on because it looks odd. Also, you're connected via MagSafe to my computer. Ah, there's the puck. I can just hold by the puck. It was floating. Yes, man, not strong. As I try and rotate and the phone just falls sideways over. It's fine. Oh, it froze. Oh, there I am. Okay. It's fine. The phone didn't break. You like already had a mini heart attack this time. Like, oh, guy snorted. It made me cough. Or not my. Yeah, they have like a G series, isn't it? Not G-Force. If they call it G-Force, I'm gonna like, you're literally ripping off G-Shock slightly of the watches. Everyone loved a G-Shock watch. I understand it. I don't know why. It's just like, why? What are you doing to it? Smacking on everything you see in that place. Because weren't they built for like their durability? Oh yeah. I was like, who texted me? Oh yeah, you. I didn't get the notification for some reason. I'm trying to find what the name of the old Logic mouse that's better than the newer version. No, what's the mouse that everyone went shut up about? Because they kept saying it was like the best Logic mouse. Didn't we just hear the non-Logic? Did we not? Did we not just hear the regular version of the song? I need to lower the volume a little bit. Might be a bit too loud. I'm gonna lower it to 60, so it's not super loud. Because I've noticed it might have been a bit louder than me. A little bit. I don't want the music to be too loud, honestly. I like how that changed that now. Yeah, Through the Lights just played, and now we have the remix version of it. That's hilarious. Hi, iPhone 13 Pro Max. We call it Aurora. Aurora meet Supernova. Well, Supernova meet Aurora, I guess. I don't have much on here that I could do. Oh, 60 hertz feels weird. I don't know why. It just does. Why is my ringer on? I want to run a benchmark on my phone. I don't know why I just do. No SIM card installed. I don't care. Stop telling me there's no SIM card installed. Just shut up about it. The G502? Oh, there's another mouse though. There's a G4 or something series. They're not. No, I'm talking about the one that everyone kept recommending on darn YouTube. God. Why would they make a mouse after Shroud? Shroud isn't even that good of a gamer anymore. It's awful. If people get offended by that, I don't care. He's not awful, I just don't like watching him because it's just ew. Yeah, like a mouse of yeah, latest games, latest tech. Like I don't want to try any computer mouse with stupid Battlefield 2042 until they fix the damn thing. That's why betas for games exist. Cyberpunk didn't do that. Well, maybe they did. They just didn't do it enough. I hate how their light sync RGB, these darn speakers by Logitech look like a HomePod Mini on its side. And that keyboard looks like a Huntsman Elite. I hate you. You're ripping off Razer and Apple. What the hell is wrong with you, Logitech? That mouse is one nasty, ugly looking mouse. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to find it. Their site isn't the greatest. Why do they have space controls? Just use a keyboard! Gamepads, aka what looks like a PS2 controller. Gaming mice, there we go. I don't know why that was on their front page. It might have been the G502. And then there's the 604. 703. 703 looks like a Razer mouse. I hate it. I don't know why. It looks like a Razer mouse. They're. It's like everyone's like, oh, we remember you get a Logitech mouse. You know, I don't give a shit. I'm not buying a Logitech mouse. I'm buying a Razer mouse. Did I say Razer mouse? Everyone kept recommending a Logitech mouse. I'd rather buy a new Razer mouse, which might, to be honest, might be the Basilisk V3 Chroma. Because I want more RGB, aka more purple. I've learned that Aperture, the light company who makes like film lights, made a little cube thing that can change different colors, like a whole rainbow. You can control it via an app on your phone if you want more control. I think I'm buying one, putting it on top of my computer case or something, or somewhere else to make my face light up. So I don't have to use this lamp anymore. I mean, nice warm color with like a different color, it's nice, but I want another color. It's this. They sell on Moment, which is where I want to get the mount for. Wow, that's a low score for just a machine learning test on my iPhone 8 Plus. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it's only a 2-core like machine learning, but goodness, that is a low score. Oh. Oh yeah, it tells me I'm in beta. That's stupid. Apple hasn't told me anything about this darn beta. Literally, there's no freaking notes to the damn beta. How am I supposed to test the beta if there's no release notes? What the hell? Also, this was sent to me on 2021-12/17. So December 17th of last year. I don't know why they haven't, like, they said nothing. Wait, what is this? You know what's funny? Microsoft has a thing called Microsoft Teams. Apple has introducing Teams for Feedback Assistant, which is just called Feedback Teams or Teams for Feedback Assistant, as I'm calling it, which is more Apple looking, obviously. Apparently that was sent to me in 2020. I don't remember getting it at all. Feedback Assistant.apple. Thanks for this. Touch ID. Wow. Never realized how fast my iPhone 13 Pro Max is compared to this. So slow. Oh my god, I can go all the way back and see stuff like, what's this? What year was this? 2019? Oh my goodness. Maybe they update stuff here? Oh wait. I can see all of my my feedback reports. Yeah, they literally say nothing about the like update. What happened, Apple? Let's try another Geekbench. Let's try Geekbench 5. Yes. Geekbench 5 was, I think, $3. Yes, I paid for it. Who cares? I want to test my phone better. Because all that 3D Mark does, 3D Mark just does like a thing and they just tell you basic stuff. I want to know everything that Geekbench will tell me and other apps do. So I paid for Geekbench. Where's CPU benchmark? Probably better than the Google Tensor. Probably. Google, I think they rushed it a little bit, to be honest. Like, they had all this hype for it, and then it came out, and like, it's not that great. Also, Marquise Brown Lane. So he runs 2 daily drivers. He runs running the iPhone 13 Pro, not the Pro Max. He went from a Pro Max to a Pro. Space Gray, the same as mine, and 1 terabyte. He literally has the smaller version of my 13 Pro Max. He has the 13 Pro with the same specs as mine does, which is hilarious. Yes, I know, but I'm running to run a CPU benchmark now. I know for machine learning, okay? But I'm talking about this, and that was because you brought that up because I'm thinking about the Google Pixel 6. You just made me lose my whole train of thought for some reason. I don't know why. I thought I made it clear that I switched topics, but I guess not. You have 2 viewers. Who is that? I have this too. Oh, great. If I see something have this too, the number 2, I'm gonna be like, oh. Their old account's probably been banned or something. Oh boy. Oops. I went I minimized and then went back to full screen on OBS. Everything went boom. But Marcus apparently runs two daily drivers. He runs a iPhone 13 Pro, 1TB space gray, and a Google Pixel 6 Pro. And he's noticed that as the Pixel 6 Pro went on and on over time, it just got buggier and buggier. And he's now saying it's not great anymore, as it like everyone was hoping it would be from like a Pixel. And he says it's the only Pixel phone in history to actually get buggier and buggier through updates, which is just like, no, I'm not getting it then. I'm not getting the Pixel 6 then if I ever want to try Android. Because of that. I'm like, no, I'm good. And he also said, so the Pixel 6 Pro, he has it on 120 Hertz, but an fully charged phone, and it refuses to go to that. It will just stay at 60, even though he has the thing turned on for 120. Like, it will not go to 120 or stay at 60. It's like, huh. What's happening with this phone? Google's, they were okay with the old Pixels. Pixel 6 just downhill all of a sudden. And I have a feeling it's a tensor chip, to be honest. I feel like it's a tensor chip doing this stuff. So what happens when you don't do enough research, Google? I know it's your first chip, but a first chip like this, like a first gen chip from like a company, should not fail this hard throughout updates and make it more buggy. I don't know what they did. If you get a Xiaomi, I'll be okay with that. As long as it's not Samsung. Ew. What? Hang on a second. Huh. Universe Apart Streams had a weird like message in his chat saying, "We're rating, but I'm going to recent broadcast and he has no streams there." Odd. What? How does that work? How do you raid offline by accident by someone? But then he has an auto host, so it's not hosting, he has an auto host. What? Now I'm confused. How did I switch watch faces? I don't remember being on this watch face, but okay. Well, that's helpful because it tells me the date. It's Sunday, and it says Sunday there. AEDT? What is that time zone? Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Oh, they have it in Eastern Time. He'll be live soon. Okay. Because he usually streams at 6:30 p.m. Right now, it is 5:18. Yes, I just said who we're going to be rating. And Samsung Exynos Moto, meaning Pixel 6. You don't know what's in the Pixel 6 Pro, though? Also, I didn't realize an issue. Apple putting Qualcomm as the cellular for the 13 Pros are making it slower. I mean, it's probably cheaper, but why? Why Qualcomm of all people? You were better when you ran Intel. What is with this? It's on shuffle, and I got 3 cassette songs in a row. What? You know what I hate about Logitech naming their stuff? G502 Hero. GoPro should start suing. GoPro, start suing Logitech right now. Make millions of money from it. What is GoPro's nice camera? Watch me open up a webpage on my computer. It's gonna blind the hell out of me. So I think GoPro's a white page. Yep, there it is. It's a white page. Oh, this one's red. Oh, because the Hero 6 is on top. The Hero 6. Hero 10 is 859. Whoa! That's expensive. Whoa! Oh, it's a bundle. I'm an idiot. Hero 10 black plus accessories bundle. What's the actual price of the Hero 10? Probably gonna still be expensive, isn't it? 709. Yep, but it's on like save 180. I don't think 709 minus 180. I don't think that adds to 529. Does it? This page is so damn bright. Ah! But I think dark mode doesn't ruin it. Oh, it used to. Now it doesn't. Oh. Maybe they fixed it. That's a video, don't play that. I don't want audio going through. The thing I don't really like about the GoPros now, unless there's a way to turn them off in settings, is the front display. Like, it's fine if you're doing like this, but when I used to do vlogs, I could not do it from an iPad. Reason? I hated seeing myself. When I do vlogs, if I see my face, I immediately can't do the vlog. Like, I get super shy and stuff. That's why I like the Hero 5, because I couldn't see myself, but I knew it was in frame because of its wide lens. The moment, which is the reason why I'm not going to be so happy if I get a new GoPro for vlogs, because, well, I don't want to see my damn face when I do it. Almost empty. I'm gonna pick it up. I have noise. I have a noise suppression on. Have I ever raised Maddie before? I have. I've raised Maddie subs before, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. When I was playing Fallout 76, I think. Yeah, I did. Pixel 6 and 6 Pro both have the S20 Exynos modem, I'm pretty sure. S20, not S21. Google, you're cheaping out again! Well, actually, probably for the better, to be honest. But you're always cheaping out, like... Really? Just like Sony. Always cheaping shit. I was really, like, tempted to update my PS4 Pro today, and I was like, I don't want it to just die. I'm so scared to update it. There's still something in there. Well, that's gonna hurt. No, I can't get it. I don't think I'll fit in there. That's about that. Probably not go in the bin. It's too far. It's on the computer. Why does it freeze again? Did you see the weird face on it when it froze? I hate that. I didn't like that at all. Yeah, ooh. Oh, ooh when I did that face? Oh. You're ew me if something looks cute, right? I'm pretty sure. Like if someone sees something else that's cute or someone else is cute, they go, ew. I mean, making that weird face is cute to BuzzBot. Oh, CPU scores are in. They've been in for a while, I just delayed it to show. That's CPU for the iPhone 8 Plus. And then you can just see a bunch of other stuff if you want to. I don't know what any of this stuff, other stuff is, to be honest. Here's a bunch of other stuff. I was doing this like an idiot, sorry. I'm forgetting that the camera here is square, but the one right here is a lot taller. You can see the reflection of what I mean. You can see a much larger screen, but then you can see the little smaller one down there, which is what you guys see. But then this is what I see right there. So I have to like do that better. Yet somehow my iPhone 8 Plus is still better than the rest of the other iPhone 8's average. I don't understand how the 13 Pro is better than the 13 Pro Max though. Like by a tiny amount, but multi-core? Oh my god, mine excels in the average.
There's a raid. Oh, it just
Gila!
happened. Well, hello there.
What? Holy! Well, hello! I wasn't showing my iPhone 8 Plus scores. Well, hello! I wonder if I can remember how to do this. Nope. Your name does not have a Y on it. I just put Jilawi. Yeah, that seems correct. Tomb Raider. There's too many Tomb Raiders. I don't know which Tomb Raider to put now. There's too many. How are you and how is your stream? Follow only? Yeah. Reason? You only have to follow for, I think you only have to follow, just follow, and then you get the chat. I have it on because of, well, the dumb buy followers thing. I know it's not proper, but I got sick and tired dealing with bots, to be honest. There was too many of them and I hate them so much. I mean, I can turn it off. I don't know how to do that within OBS, because I'm looking at OBS. This lamp is so bright now, but if I turn it off, like if I turn it off, it would just echo. Turn off lamp. Now I'm just being lit by my monitor and my computer. I don't know if I like this as much. Although the iPhone makes me not look awful. I want it back on. Echo, turn on lamp. Alright. Well, thanks for the raid. I'm getting a lot of Neutronic songs now. Can we not have it like just more shuffled? Whatever. I guess for the raid I could do this. There. Now whoever's not following can now chat. As my eyes just water up because I guess allergies around this time of the year for me. I don't know. I also just have a cold, so. I don't know what blah 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 blah. I don't know what I was really talking about or really doing. It's just more of like a test stream and just talk to people, I guess. Not much was right. There's no particular topic at the moment. Also, if my camera freezes, it's because I'm actually using an iPhone. So there's stream. And here's my other iPhone. I wonder. Oh yeah, you can kind of see the phone. I wonder if LiDAR will work. Wait, it won't. because you need to have another camera pointing at it. Well, I can make that happen. Ah! Oh, I hate trying to position stuff. We're trying to move this. There. Ah, I can see lighter working. You know how hard it is to control 2 cameras at once? It's really hard to control. It's really hard to move 2 phones at once when your camera's in squared, but these take like landscape video. Also, before the raid, did you see what I sent chat? No, because I think you said the moment chat. Hang on, let me go back up. About the GoPro, by the way, I think you can turn off the front screen view. I can't remember exactly, though. I was watching videos about the GoPros to decide if I still want the Hero 9 or not. And I do, to be honest. I want the Hero 10. Why? Because I want the newest tech. It's an issue with me. I mean, I have a freaking 10900K. It's not the newest anymore, but it's better than the 11th gen. And 12th gen came at a wrong time, and I wish I had the 12th gen, but I don't. I got like 8TB hard drive, so it's future proof, but then also 2TB NVMe. I got a 13 Pro Max. I got an Apple Watch Series 6, not Series 7. Got it last year. I want, like, that's an issue with me. I don't know why I have this here, but I do. There's nothing on this. This is from the Canon. I take this with me to Newfoundland to take photos with the 2 cameras I own, because I was nowhere near this computer when I went to Newfoundland. So I had to edit photos on the mobile. Not as bad as you think, to be honest. Lyra Mobile it has almost all desktop features now. I mean, fidgeting with stuff. I want Hero 9 because it has better battery life than the Hero 10. Ah, I just want the Hero 10 because it has better specs. I know it's not always about specs with people, but for me it is. I like my high resolution videos. I want to do that someday in the future. I don't know if Twitch supports that, but YouTube probably does, but I want to do YouTube. If I did like a small test stream of trying to do 4K, I don't think that would work at all, would it? Probably not. A raid of 8 viewers. Man, I might need to figure out a raid target at some point. I know Maddie Steps is live. Who do we have live? We have Maddie Steps. Is Owl Sister live? I don't think so. No, Owl Steps. Owl Steps? Oh my god. Owl Steps? Oh, that's the worst type of no. Okay. Owl's sister, which is Aldemone, said she won't be on for the next 2 days or so. That's the reason why. Really, the only other person I see that I know is Maddie Steps. I mean, I know other people, like Rocks in My Dryer. Kevin Poller, I know who that is a little bit. Daisy, or Daisy. Daisy. I'll figure out a raid target soon if, but I want to see, I do just want to wait until, like, to see if, my camera froze. Oh. It's not charging fast enough. My camera's not charging, my phone's not charging fast enough. Probably because I'm doing it through the computer. I'm gonna connect it to a 20-watt charger instead. Because at the moment, I think my phone's getting 7 watts instead of 15. Stop getting stuck on stuff. Where's the 20 watt? Ah! Gimme. Nope, 18. I got the wrong number! Oh wait, no, I don't need that. Oh shit, what am I doing? I need an extension I need an extension cord. That's what I need, because I don't think that wires long enough. I don't want to move this one though. Someone buy me a new extension cord. Because I don't think that will reach. I have a feeling it won't reach. I don't think it will reach. I'm gonna try though. Oh, computer's plugged in that one. I can't use that one. But that's a laptop charger. I don't think that will reach. Not Halo Reach. I didn't know Halo Reach was its own planet. Yeah, this is very warm. This gets a lot warmer if it's using the 20 watt. Oh, barely! You know what? Just see me, guys, move over this way a little bit, just so just... Well, now the camera moved over slightly. That way. Just so it reaches. Oppo needs to make a longer MagSafe, to be honest. Like, it's not, like, super long. It needs to be a bit long. Now you can see why my metal print's a bit better, though. But hey, it's charging now. I don't know at what wattage, but now I can't really show you stuff. What's the battery level? Hang on. 10%? Hopefully it will charge. Yeah, I'm not doing that, no. But hey, how you can kind of see me a bit better. Although now, I don't want to move. I can't move my chair this way too much, otherwise I'll hit my knee against the desk and I'll just make everything shake. I don't know what to talk about as much. I like how my average time to render frame is so high. Frames missed due to rendering lag is that. Yep, my CPU is only being used 2.4%. You gotta go? Alright. Thanks for the raid. And see you next time, I guess. I'm getting tired. Yeah, I'm high on caffeine at the moment. And just because I can, I'm just gonna do a second shout out to G-Law because he's awesome. Just waiting for Universe Apart streams to go live whenever he does. I think he'll be doing Lego stuff because if you go to his schedule, it says magical Lego stream, makers and craft. I don't know what it will be. I follow Mr. G. Did not know I followed them. A lot of cassetter music tonight is what I'm learning. Do I not have Last FM on? No, I don't. Now I do. I wasn't tracking any of my music? Oh, I'm upset now. Yep, now it's tracking. Although that might cause a bit of CPU issues. Not as much. What we just said reminded me when one of my friends in school bumped a desk with their knee when we were in a computer lab and the computer actually shut off. Reminds me of the video of Angelos and John, I think, of where they just in computer lab with Miss Urban, they just started opening like many tabs. Angela then kept opening up Chrome tabs. Sometimes kept opening up the calculator over and over, and at some point where the computer just started flickering, it's like, you've killed it. You've overloaded the CPU. I've never seen like that happen to a computer. And Anders is here just closing windows. And you know, like the whole listing when there's so many windows, it doesn't show the Windows preview, it just makes a whole list. Because of I think it was Windows, it wasn't Windows 10, it was obviously Windows 7 or Windows 8. And you start screening on it and it goes, and then it stops doing the list and goes back to the Windows. It's like, huh? Opens up, motherfucker. It got slower. Like, there's other things to right click and close all, but he wanted to do it a dumb way, the slow way. Whereas 01, that wasn't Angelos. The other one was just open like a bunch of calculator things, messed it up so much for the screen started to flicker. Sometimes my camera doesn't pick me up how fast I move my hand. Yeah, it like skips a frame. Although there's no drop frames, it just skips a frame. And it just, and like this computer screen just started flickering. It's like, you know what? You know the computer needs a nice, good, hard restart. And it took the computer a second to figure out how to shut down from him holding the button. Like that's how messed up the computer was. Like, huh? Like I think I gave him a blue screen and then resumed Windows and just ignored the blue screen. It's like I've never seen that before. Oh, sometimes. I don't know what their issues was. Nick came into Ross's class one day and just took all the measuring tapes and then hung them on the lights. And Rodney walks like, who's in charge of this? Nick's like, not me. No? And Angela quietly walks away giggling. It's like, you idiot. And I'm just staying there with my GoPro or something, or iPad, waiting for Rocky to walk in to record it. There's other times where Emery likes to go underneath Rossy's desk. Rossy's like, what the? Get out of there! Freaking hell. I miss Rossi. That's my only favorite subject in high school was electricity because of Rossi. Frickin' Italian. It's something fun of Italian. We could all what like Almanage, whatever his name is, or Paul Madonna, or whatever it is. I've been too long. Madonna, or something like that. Angela's did a funny translation. Lemon flavored donuts was a translation of that by Angela's. It's like, ew. No, thank you. Ew, I didn't know how that would taste. That sounds like gross. I like lemon, but not in donut form. They got the flavor. I'm good. Lemon flavored donuts. Oh boy. I don't have many videos, sadly, of all this stuff. I have more of audio from the Hero 5, but it was in the desk, so all the audio is muffled, sadly. I use a GoPro because the GoPro had very good, like, audio. You know what I wish I had when I was in Russ's class? I only got this when I went to college, is this. I wish I had this in high school. Because this does amazing audio capture, because it's obviously a recorder. For, mainly for, like, meetings, I think, but I use it for lectures, because college is a bit difficult for me to follow along. But this would have been perfect to record all audio. Because I can actually record in 16-bit, I'm pretty sure. Or is it 24-bit? What is it? I forget. (16-bit). 16-bit, 44 kilohertz is the highest I can go with this. Got a little OLED display that contains battery. This is gonna last a while. I know I hate Sony, but this is the only thing by Sony I'm okay with. Hang on. There you go. The only thing by Sony I'm okay with having. And the PlayStation 4 Pro. If they were to fix it. Hello? IV cam broke. Can we flip back? What happened? I'm gonna do that. Uh-oh. IV cam's broken. Hold up. There. I don't know why it broke, but it did. Dumb. It broke and I had to restart the app. Well, at least it wasn't like my phone, which had noise reduction in the software that you could never turn off. And applied to every app, including audio recorders. Oh, that sucks. Why the hell would they have that on by default and never be able to turn off? Like, they literally force it on. Why do people do this? That one hurt. That cough hurt. It's a 9S in the background from Near Automata. I love 9S maybe a bit too much. He was a screensaver on my iPhone 8 Plus and 13 Pro Max for a while. He was my wallpaper on my computer and my laptop. He's there. I have a freaking sticker on my case of him. My profile picture on Discord is of him. We're getting a lot sadder tonight. I'm fine with this. It's on shuffle. What time is it? I can't understand analog. I need to do 145. We're not there yet. He streams at 6:30, which is 2:30 our time. Australians! They're on the other side of the world. How far is Australia?
Not sure how far away Canberra, Australia is by car, but it's about 15,942 kilometers as the crow flies.
I've never heard him say that before. As the crow flies? It's 15,942 kilometers away. Ugh. By car, yeah. You need the submarine cars or boat cars. Yeah, Australia's it's kind of far away, isn't it? This person created their account 2 hours ago. Cruelness, following since 1 hour ago. They already have 6 views, which means they're hosting someone. I still don't trust them. I don't think in 2 hours you can get 6 views from literally hosting someone you don't even know who the heck it is. I bet they're just playing around and hosting around people. You know what? I never do this, but why is this so laggy? The hell? They're being so laggy. Oh my god. Bye. Why did this pop out so late? I'm gonna refresh this. It's so laggy for some reason. Oh, my camera's on a delay. Yep, it's on a delay. Well, that's annoying as heck. iPhone, please stop being on a delay. Well, it is broadcasting like video wirelessly, so if that makes sense. Oh boy. I don't know what else to talk about. What else do we talk about? Let's see another quote from board. That's not exclamation point. That's exclamation point. Oops, I can't type. What? Okay. Oh, it's a bus spot one. Okay, let's do another one, I guess. I think I was supposed to say a JRPG, which is Japanese role-playing game, which it is because it's Square Enix. And now Fox has said that, but Buzzbot wanted to uwoo-fy it, so. I remember that one quite clearly for some reason. I don't know why. Fox is sat, I bet, at his bed, staring at his MacBook screen for like 10 hours one time. Because I streamed Final Fantasy 15 for 10 hours one time. And he's been there the whole stream. Like, so you've been just laying on your bed this whole time. Damn time. Sitting on MacBook stream for 10 hours watching me stream a game. Got it. Okay. I've learned something cool, interesting, and cool, like interestingly, and words are hard. I've learned something cool recently. With my iPhone 13 Pro Max, or this phone if I got the app on it, iTunes has this remote feature, and I didn't know this. I think it's brand new. I can control iTunes on my PC using my phone as a remote. That's something I wanted for a while, so I can control music while I'm lying in bed from my computer. If I wanted to use the monitor speakers, which aren't the greatest, but who cares? And I can! Literally. I can pause and play music and switch songs. It's amazing. I love it. That's something I hope they actually had. They made it for Mac and for PC, which I'm really happy about. Apple, how about the PC? My god, that quote, the Final Fantasy film, is from 2020. Jesus. That's 2 years ago. Oh my goodness. I've been streaming for... Hang on a second. Well, I'm a 22-month sub. So I've been an affiliate for almost 2 years. But I've been streaming. I joined Twitch. Account created April 29th, 2016. But, so that was like around one of my first streams. I think one of my first streams was 2016. Then I took a long break. The only streams I did in that year was like Minecraft and Skyrim. That's the only game I streamed. I think I streamed a lot more Minecraft than Skyrim. Skyrim was a little bit. And then I think I played a lot more Minecraft than Skyrim again a bit. Then a bit of Halo, I'm pretty sure, Halo 5 Guardians. This is before I even had many people. I think I only had like 3 followers. Because hardly anyone ever showed up, sadly. Before Twitch, actually, I did stream to Facebook. When I was younger. 2014, around that time. 2014 when I did Facebook. The only stream I ever did to Facebook was one Farming Simulator 2013 video, and then like 2 SimCity ones. And then I switched to Twitch. Because I'm like, this sucks, I hate streaming like this. So I stopped doing that, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Twitch. And now I found my home, which is Twitch. Because if I were to play this music on YouTube, I'd probably get suspended from streaming. Because this music's only DMCA free on Twitch and not YouTube. I think we lost Eli. Another darn song by Cassetter. So many Cassetter songs tonight. Oh, disable favorite somebody. I need to get up and walk around. My butt hurts. Also, let me see what my phone's at. 20%. Yep, my computer was not giving my phone enough power to charge. MagSafe for the win. Next stream I do on PC, I'm going back to 720p, but I'm gonna have the bitrate higher because this is a bit of an issue. In 2016, oh yeah, 2016 I did that once. Because I remember watching a stream from you on Facebook where you were playing Halo 5. Oh, that's where that stream was! Wait, how the fuck did I stream it through Facebook? Was that before, like, Mixer was a thing? How the fuck did I stream it through Facebook? Huh? The Halo 5 Guardians is on the Xbox. Facebook is not on the Xbox. Oh, wait. Xbox used to have a different streaming thing. They didn't have Twitch built in at the time. So they had a different streaming platform, and Facebook was one of the options. Because I didn't have Twitch at the time, I don't think. Wow, that's crazy. When I got the Xbox One, I didn't have a Twitch account. My god. Well, it makes sense. You can only stream from the Xbox One. You can't do it from the 360. That makes sense now. Oh, my butt hurts sitting on this chair. Yes, this shit's comfortable, unless you sit on it for hours and not really move. Like, they made it comfortable so you can sit for, like, long gaming sessions, just not for, like, if you don't move at all. Like, if you sit for 2 hours, yes, you'll get sore, so you should walk around. It's been 2 hours already. And I said it's probably going to be on a short stream, and really is it? I'm like my section. It says, short stream, 5 hours later, you're still alive. So, what I'm going to do, is I'm going to take a bit of a break. I want to walk around, get a drink, my throat's killing me. Just maybe do a little bit of an exercise. So, I don't know if my face. Owie. Ouchies! So we have channel redeems. I should have a channel redeem that says, like, get them, like, I guess, like, have something that says take a 5-minute break. Also, Eli, before you were subscribed, did you get any ads? I'm going to assume you did get ads. Because I can't actually turn them off now. They're just on by default because Twitch added that thing in. I mean, they did that, I think, to help streamers make revenue, but I have it on another thing, which is every 3 minutes. Oh. Everything's broken for you. Instagram notifications, YouTube and Discord is always broken for live stuff. You don't get ads for Twitch. Really? Not for me. Yeah, for you. Everything's broken for you. I don't know why. Twitch looks at you and says, ah! We're broken now for you, because you have a history of stuff broken. Pick that up. Unless I whack the phone with the recorder, then it will pick it up. That's a weird sound. It does quite a good job of canceling that sound out. God, do you see on the image of all the red like pixels and stuff on the image? That's the Olympus for you. But the reason why I love that is because it's an old camera and I love that look for photos I take with it. People will be like, oh, like I bet like pro photographers would be like, that's disgusting. You should get a new camera. I'm gonna be like, screw you with me. I like it. It looks nice. I like the older style looks to stuff. For Christ's sakes, I have a rustic looking desk and a Edison bulb as my lamp. With a modern cube of my... Hey, I can actually show the G the proper way. That's hilarious, because I can reverse it. With modern stuff. If it's all modern, I don't like this. I don't like when stuff looks... Like, modern PC setups disgust me. Why? It's too much modern. A full-on rustic setup bothers me. Why? It's too much rustic. Modern with rustic on your hands is not a nice fit for me. So I take like modern photos, but they look old, and that's kind of something I really like. But then I also like newer photos. But with the older camera, I want to take... How would that work? Taking a newer... using a newer camera, I still take older photos. Like, make them look older. I just like old with modern. It's an interesting mix for me. Like, also the reason why I don't want to use an LED bulb because of flicker rate, because this phone is doing... I'm pointing with this now. This phone is recording. It used to be my finger, now it's this, because I'm not thinking about the SD card dongle again. This phone is in 30 FPS, but the stream's in 48, but it's buffering a bunch though. Thanks for being a good friend, and these streams have been fun. Sorry, too sleepy to think of anything else. That's fine. Thanks for the compliment. Streaming has, it is, and you know it too, I'm pretty sure. it takes it drains your mental health, like your mental health energy and stuff. Like it can affect your mental health. So I took a very long break from it because I couldn't stand it. And I had to take care of myself for a bit. All these songs have to do with robots. I don't know why. Because Center is one of them, Scandroid, and Fury Weekend. Which for some reason they get thinking it was The Weekend, which is a complete other band. Band. I got there eventually. How about I go now? No, I'm not leave stream. I'm just gonna switch to BRB because I want a bit of a break. My ass hurts from sitting for so long. So yeah. So yeah. I'll be back. Wrong scene, brain! I clicked the wrong one instead of BRB. Whoopsies! Oh, my music's going from my microphone again. What the hell? I'm just gonna mute it in OBS. Who? Hi. That's funny. I know it's on the BRB screen. Everything's fine. 40 FPS. Average time to run in frames is 2.2 milliseconds. Nothing's happening. I switch back to the scene. Everything goes to shit. Maybe it's the camera. To be honest, I'm thinking it's the camera. Like, what happens if I do this? Where is it? Oh my god, it is the camera. I think it's just because it's not. I don't think it's 1080p. I think it's because the camera's doing 1080p. I got something in my throat. I think it's like because the camera's exporting 1080p and I should just maybe assuming 1080p is okay, but the camera being 1080p is not. I should make this back to go back to 720. Yeah, that's also. What I was going to say is I agree with your idea of mixing more stuff with mom stuff. Well, I love using that 18. How do I rate 18 from the number 19? From the 1989 around clock radio TV with a Bluetooth transmitter plugged into the headphone jack. So cool using a device from the 80s with large Bluetooth earbuds. That don't sound like this. Like my November 1999 CD player I used with these headsets. Literally. You know what Apple should make? A wireless dongle, but it's also wideband as well. So I can have space audio with the CD player. Imagine. That would be pretty cool. If I buy AirPods Max. I'm not buying AirPods Pro for AirPods. Yeah, I know AirPods Max is like $7.99, like the price of the base iPad Air, but listen. I want AirPods Max because I want to experience space audio on my phone, but also because I don't like going to college. You're not gonna hear me for a second. I don't like going to college with my head, with me looking like this on the bus. Audio's playing through the microphone again. I don't know why. Audio's trying to play through the microphone again, and I'm upset again. Why? This was an issue the whole stream. Oh. I found the issue. If my computer volume's too loud, it goes through the microphone instead. Why? Only when it's muted. I might have to make a hotkey just to mute my microphone. I wish the Ash button had a microphone mute button. I like flipping it up, but then I forget it's up because I can't see it that well from my face. Put it here, which is surprisingly me up. But I have it here. Now I look like I'm an IT person. Having it down here looks like I'm gaming. But then here is like I'm like I guess more like tech support. Yeah, AirPods Max are very expensive, but so it'd be better going back to college with a wireless headset and an iPhone instead of having a wide connection that gets stuck on people's bag. You know how much this got stuck on someone's bag in college and Danforth? I'm pretty sure. I think I had this headset when I went to Danforth. Or was it Turtle Beach? It was the Turtle Beach. This came after the Turtle Beach. We don't know where the phone piece is, by the way. My mom checked the car. It's not there. It's not in my room. I think it's at my sister's house. So we don't have so the phone piece doesn't come with this headset because I know we have 3 viewers, so we probably have lurkers, and they're probably watching. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna call you out. I don't know who you are. But there's a phone piece that from my old Afterglow headset. That's a wireless one for the Xbox One. My phone wasn't the greatest, but I really loved that headset at the time. It had great audio. So I learned this has way better audio. And I just use it for everything. The big headset, though. Like, it's not a small headset. It's huge and heavy. It makes my head hurt after a while. And the phone piece was on the microphone. It was basically just more of a wind guard. So I have a noise suppression won't happen, so I guess we're gonna need it for that. But for Xbox, it picks it up because Xbox doesn't have a noise suppression. But on this, I have a noise suppression because of OBS. And I have a capture card, so I can't use my computer to stream Xbox footage. So when I stream from Xbox, you see none of this. You just see game and hear me. I'm sorry. I'm not rich. I don't have much money. I mean, that's a $2,000 iPhone camera too. But that's from that government funding during COVID for people who are in a certain program. And so this doesn't have a foam piece, but that helps me on console, so the wind sounds don't come through. I was like strong, like from me breathing. Oh, sniffles does come through, but whatever. But me out exhaling doesn't really come through then as much. Also my P's, because P's are very poppy in a way, and then S sounds. Those are very like loud sounds for microphones, and that just helps. People call it a pop filter. The one I have was more of a foam thing, so it wasn't really a pop filter. It was more of like a, I guess, wind. I think it was just mainly used for like every other suppression sound that doesn't have the headset. You know what I wonder now? Why would they make that when they could, like, they know about the sound suppression, but why would they make the foam piece if they could just put it into the damn headset microphone? So the headset could do the processing. Why did they think of that? Screw this song. Nerd setter. Look at that bass going, oh my god. Anyway, I came back from the washroom, got a drink, and I forgot snacky slippers. I completely forgot I'm wearing these because when I sit at my desk, my feet freeze. Like, they get cold. It matches my snacky. Snacky. I also got a LaCroix. It's not caffeine, but it's like water but carbonated and flavored. Ah, time. 2:13. I move slowly. I have a feeling Eli's passing out. But how's that ring having weird burps? That'd be great. What are the case styles I have on Redbubble? Soft case? Snap case and tough case. Tough case. Oh, that is definitely a tough case. Tough case looks like this case, just a lot thicker. So it has this, but then it has a rubber interior part. And remember the phone, which looks like a slab, and I love it. They have a snap case. Snap case. That's what this is then. This is a snap case. Yep, snap case doesn't have like the extra buttons protruding. Soft case, on the other hand, has buttons on it. I might buy the snap case for this then. Whenever you say thicker, I was thinking thicker max now. Ah, the thicker max. The tank that's used to destroy bunkers. They're underground! Video. I mean, not all bunkers are underground. Some are above ground if they have a hill. But let's see what they're getting at there. Back in the day, in the war, most bunkers were above ground and just have a hill, not underground. Now they're more underground, obviously. It's a bit more hidden. And they're usually now in houses. So there's that too. So soft case adds buttons. I like snap case. Snap case looks nice. Do I want to get a tough case? Hell no. Why the hell would I buy a tough case? Wait, soft case is cheaper than snap case? How? Okay. Also, on my Redbubble, I'm sorry to people who will buy stuff on my Redbubble who own an Android device, like Samsung or anything else. They only sell Samsung and iPhone cases, so you don't have a Samsung, you can't get it. Sorry. iPhone cases are cheaper than Samsung. Reason? I don't like Samsung. That's the reason why Samsung cases are more expensive. So if you want the same design on like a Samsung case, that's also available on iPhone case will be cheaper than the Samsung case. Because I just don't like Samsung. Their phones didn't look great to the newer ones that you saw the rumors and leaks for. The camera bump on the S21 Ultra is so freaking ugly. It's hideous. That's filled to the top. Oh god. Peach pear. You know, my mom could buy new, better flavors. I like lemon LaCroix. I don't like peach pear as much. Peach pear's no thanks, I'm good. Also, the cases go all the way back to the freaking 4S and 4. Holy moly! Whoa! Look at that phone! That's an old phone. We have Snap and Tough. They didn't have Snap. No, they have Soft. They only have Snap and Tough. What about the iPhone 5C? Because it's slightly different than the other iPhone 5 and 5S. Snap and Tough only. iPhone SE 2016, 5S and 5, because they are the exact same phone model. What about the iPhone 6 Plus? This one actually shows images. Snap and Tough only. I don't know why 6 Plus came before 6, but it did. Snap and Tough only. 6S. Wait. Why don't they just say 6 and 6S? Why are they two different categories? Wait a second. GSM Marina, help me. Or you blind me because you're in white mode because dark mode doesn't work for you. Is the 6 and 6S, as my voice goes out, different from each other? 6S and 6. Compare. Are they actually different in design? Like, I know on the inside, but are they different on the design on the outside? They are. Barely. The dimensions of the... What is this? The 6S is 138.3 by 67.1 by 7.1. Whereas the 6 is 138.1 instead of 138.3, 67 instead of 67.1, and 6.9 instead of 7.1. Oh, I did not know that at all. Well then, they are different. Huh. I didn't know that at all. I thought they were the same device. I didn't know they were actually Wait, I'm dumb. I realize why it's different. It's because of the bend gate from the 6. The 6S had to be thicker to have better strength for it, so it doesn't bend in people's back pockets. Because every girl's like, hey, I'm gonna go somewhere, and puts the phone in their back pocket and sits down, and it bends. I figured it out, don't worry. It's like, well, that's not Apple's fault, that's idiot fault sort of thing. I'm gonna put my phone in my back pocket. Yeah, smart idea, dumb idea. I hate that they put it there. And you know what I hate? Is that the people who make jeans or shorts for girls, they don't put front pockets, they don't put rear pockets. Why can't they have front pockets? The hell is wrong with you? I feel like rear pockets are more worse. That's more of a sexual thing. Also, back pockets are just... Who uses that back pocket? Imagine sitting on something, sitting down, and you have something bigger in your back pocket, and you sit down, it's just bulky. It's, ugh. So that's a 6S Plus. Now about the 6S. Snap and Tough only. iPhone 7 Plus, my dream phone. At the time it was. Case don't like the greatest for it, to be honest. Look at that camera. Snap and Tough. iPhone 7. Snap and Tough. iPhone 8 Plus. Hey. Oh, camera's delayed. Snap and Tough. iPhone SE/8. Oh yeah, because the SE 2020 is the iPhone 8's body. Snap and Tough. iPhone 10. Snap and Tough. What is it as a soft case? iPhone 10R. Tap it. Tap it. Click it. Click it. Soft, tough, and snap. Okay, that's where the soft case came into play. 10R. What are the 10S Max? Did they get a soft case? Yep, soft, snap, and tough. 10S. Same things. 11 Pro Max. Same things. 11 Pro. Same things. 11. Same cases. 12 Pro Max. Same moving on. Now I actually kind of want to see the Android case. I don't like Android. Well, no, I like Android. I don't like wait. I didn't make that case for the for the Samsungs. I made it for iPhones. I didn't make this design to work on Android phones. It only works on iPhone. Whoopsies! Maybe I should update that. Oh, wait, the Ultra looks better than the regular S22s? Huh. Okay, Samsung. Weird approach there. If I do say so myself. I hate that. Why is that a related image to my pride hurt? What the hell? I'm going back to my shop. Okay, so I didn't refresh the Twitch page on my laptop of Universe streams, Universe apart streams. And it says you have been rated by a universal level, but he said that himself in his own chat. And it says you have been rated by a universe of moo-moos. The moo-moos are rating. The moo-moos are rating. First I was like, huh? But then I was like, ah, and then I was like something, and then we rated. The universe is rating. The universe is rating. Ah! You've been rated on a universal level. What happened? Did he just like... How like did his bot just go off for some reason, or did he... I bet he sat down to kind of prepare or something way ahead of the stream to get something set up and actually tapped press something on his like stream deck and it just went off in his own chat. I bet that's what happened. Because these are all just... Now I'm not sure who to raid. Because I want to raid Universe Apart streams when he goes live. But Uncle Bo just went live. I got autofocus. Wow, that's fast. You see how fast that is? I move my arm in front and it already focuses my arm. What in the hell? Frickin' LiDAR! I'm gonna have fun frickin' autofocus, like it's so quick. Ah! I did this the other night of how fast the LiDAR focuses. Look at it! Wow! I'm not good. Do I seriously not have any Android cases? Phone cases. Oh no, I do. I have Samsung cases, but not for the Pride Heart, which is confusing. Yeah. The 2021 Pride Heart is only available on iPhone cases. So every other thing is on like iPhone and Samsung. It's just the Pride Heart. I just like said no. I think I know the reason why. Because the Pride Heart is a larger image that is stuck on the case, and the camera bump would have gotten in the way from the Samsung, and I didn't want it to interfere as much. I think that's why. I think that's why now. I mean, Android gets the old Pride Heart. They don't get the new one. Let's see what this is. So they have this case available on Samsung Galaxy S3. Oh! Oh my god, they put this lanyard strap on it. It's like, so you don't drop the phone. It gets snap and cuff. Like the S4. To be honest, S4 looks way better than S3. I don't know what S3 did. S3 is like camera, next to it like a giant speaker grill or microphone grill, and then on the other side it's a giant flash unit. And then S3 is like, S4 is like camera, and right below is flash, and microphone is nowhere to be seen, to be honest. I looked. I don't think I have the buy heart for Samsung either. The buy heart? Oh, you have. I can't wait. I have, but you said you. I already translated it, and I'm making it more difficult. Don't reply to any of that. I said it right the first time, but then my brain said, no, you said it wrong. S5. S5. What the hell is that below it? Is that the fingerprint reader? Why is it a freaking long ass rectangle? Galaxy S6. Yeah. Galaxy 6. Oh god, the Edge. The Galaxy 6 S6 Edge Plus. Oh, that's the one where it has like a curved display, isn't it? 6S Edge. S6. I hate your naming, Samsung. S7. Yeah. It says a stupid lanyard, I think. S7 Edge. Those phones? Oh, I hated those. They looked awful. S8 Plus. It gets tough and snap like everything else did. Does it have a stupid lanyard hole? No, it does. Wait. It does! Oh my god. Don't want to use a lanyard on a phone case. What if the phone falls out of the case and the lanyard was pointless? S8. S9 Plus. I don't really love the stupid plus names. Oh, S9 ruins it. S9 ruins it. Look at it. Look where the camera cut out because of the fingerprint reader. It ruined it. If anyone owns a S9 Plus, don't you dare ever buy my case, because you will ruin the heart, and I will never love you or like you ever again. S9. If you don't own an S9 on your hand, you're okay. If you don't own an S9 Plus, get out. S10 Plus. It doesn't ruin it because they just. You know what? I do agree with you. The S10 was the only good phone where they decided to go center and make the camera bar this way instead of down. Oh, one of your friends has an S9 Plus. Well, all your friends are okay? Alright? All your friends are in a safe zone. Except for Brandon. He's the only one that's not in a good safe zone. Because he is jealous about other people's photography, and I hate it so much. Like, he's just appreciate other people's photography. Everything's not about your damn photography. S10 Plus, S10, also 3 cameras, and then the stupid S10e. What were you thinking, Samsung? S20 Ultra? Don't buy an S20 Ultra, it ruins the camera. It ruins the heart. It literally takes a chunk out of it. It takes a chunk out of the heart. I hate it. Look at that ugly zoom. Gross. Ew. Ow, the back of the iPhone is so hot because of the MagSafe. Whoa, that is toasty. Oh, the S20 Plus is... it's better. Actually, S20? It's close to cutting it off. S21 Ultra. Worse than the S20 Ultra. It's worse than the S20 Ultra. Look at that! Look at it! It almost looks like that's the whole bump of the heart. Louis Rossman has an S10e. That's why he hates Apple so much, because he's never tried a fucking iPhone. S21 Plus. S21 Plus cuts off barely, but that's fine. S21. S21 is worse than S21 Plus. How the hell does that work? Huh? You know this part of the song? Where there's like... Hang on. I'll rewind a little bit, so you can tell it's part. That part. It reminds me of Final Fantasy 15's music. I don't think Rebel has oh, copying an existing work? I can literally just copy my existing work and stick it on an Android device. On a Samsung phone. I didn't know I could do that. I thought I had to re-upload it. Well, there we go. I can do that then. $232. Is he live? No. Oh, Twitch is gonna play audio though. Mute Twitch. Oh, Twitch was already muted. Damn it. He's a little late to stream. Oh, he got rid of that from his schedule. Huh. Is he not gonna go live? Where's his stream thing? On the computer. Tuesday and Friday at 7:30 p.m. AEDT, and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. He's supposed to stream today, but I guess not. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what's happening, but something's happening. Well, okay. I'll just give it a bit longer, but apparently I can just upload works that I've already submitted before. So you also said to buy heart. I need to get the newer hearts onto Redbubble and not the old ones. I need to get the newer ones on there too. I'm a little late on those ones, aren't I? Like the old buy heart. The trans heart. Oh, it tells me how much I've made revenue from them. Or not. Or favorited. The red heart has been favorited once. I bought a sample of it, I think, for you. I never... No, I had a Redbubble sticker. I don't know why I didn't mark it as, like, I bought it, but okay. Which is this heart. Right there. Just was for... Wait a second. No, that one, you didn't get that one. You got the, No, you got a red heart. You did get that red heart. Right, I bought a pride heart for myself, too. But it also doesn't say I made any revenue from that. Huh! Oh, I think it's because I bought samples. But I got you the, Teespring one. Right? Yeah, I bought you a Teespring one. But even for me, it says I made no revenue from my pride heart. How does that work? Available on... What the fuck? What's quick edit? No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Manage portfolio. Copy the same products and design placement. from another design. This is particularly great for color variants. Oh. Copy an existing work. Copy the same products and design placement from another design. Manage portfolio. Gear icon. Copy settings. What did it say? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh! Aha! Figured it out. Figured it out eventually. Phone cases and skins. Edit. We go to settings. Galaxy cases are already enabled for it though. Oh, they have pillows and totes as well. They have desk mats and mouse pads now. I don't know if someone would buy a mouse pad with a heart on it, but not a desk mat. I'm not trying a desk mat. It's like it's all white with a tiny heart inside. I'm not doing that. Mouse pad looks nicer though. Travel mugs? Oh, too much for me. Mugs? Oh, too much. What else do they have that's new? Nothing else. Phone wallets? That's only goes to iPhone 6, I think, or iPhone 5. They haven't made anything new for it. What is the new stuff they've added? They've added caps or hats. And the mouse pads. That's about it. Things that are new. That's nice. They've added mouse pads. Yay, mouse pads! They need to add in... Wait, Rebel already has that. They need to have, That's a good thing they don't have. No, that's a bad thing they don't have. AirTag cases. I mean, it would be very hard to put a design on an AirTag case, but be cool. That gives people, like, I mean, like, tiny little prints around the edges. Be interesting. What else would be cool? I don't know. Oh, you just said it. Actually, that might be a design on here already. Yeah, tablet cases and skins. Sadly, the iPad cases don't go to the new iPads. Why? I don't know. I bet if they did, you would probably get a case. But sadly, they don't have... I don't know why they haven't updated the cases for iPads in a while. I like how they have scarves and this person's pulling out a freaking blanket. That's not a scarf. I don't think their cases... It's... Oh. So it says tablet cases and skins. Cases and skins. As in they only have a skin. And that's it. And it's not even a case. Maybe they did in the past, but I guess it just got a bit too much for them. Like how some of these literally say, preview showed an approximate average. Like artboard prints and acrylic blocks and coasters. Coasters? Heart coasters? Bath mats? Have they always had bath mats? Wood and canvas mountain prints. Water bottles. Well, I already have a good water bottle. It's not here that's empty. Pin buttons. Pin buttons? You know what they need to do? They have a pin button, but they need to make like a pin button magnet. Do they have a magnet? I don't think they have magnets. I'm not gonna be upset. I don't think they have magnets, do they? Oh, stickers and magnets. They have a magnet. I'm dumb. Dumb. So phone cases and skins. Galaxy cases and skins. I could replace it for Samsung, but I want to? Wait, can I not just edit the product? Can I not just edit the product in dashboard and add Samsung? Wait. No, I'll just do that instead. Nope, edit. Well, if I click edit on it, what are the? I don't think I sell mugs with the heart on it, do I? I'm about to find out by duplicating this tab and going back to my store. I don't think I have this on a mug. This is also on 20 other design on other. Oh, it is on the Samsung Snap case. I just don't have it broadcasted to people that it's on that. Okay. I have it on a postcard for some reason. Don't know why I have it on a postcard, but I do. I also have it on an iPhone wallet, which I think is only available for the... If you have a new iPhone above the 6, you can't use it. The iPhone wallet is only for the 6, 6S, and 6S Plus. Why not the 6 Plus? I don't know. They didn't want to make for the 6 Plus. But it's there, and it's like $40. What else is on? iPhone skins, snap case, tough case, Galaxy Snap, soft and tough cases, and Galaxy skin and iPhone skin. So the skin cases, the skins only go to iPhone 6 as well, I'm pretty sure. They don't go higher. It's on an all-over print tote bag, on a classic mug, on a tall mug, on a pin, throw pillow, postcard, travel mug, green card, and then it's a magnet. Why are magnets more expensive than a sticker? I don't know. The metal, maybe? Oh, is he not going live? No? I don't think he is. Oh, I'm upset. You know why Shred the bathroom? He still plays fucking Skip from Tarkov. Who watches that game? Not many people anymore. This on other products. So you said also the Buy Heart. You said the Buy Heart is not on Samsung case. It's on 14 plus 14 other products. No, it's there for Samsung. Although it's not for iPhone wallets because I didn't like the iPhone wallet thing. But there's a mouse mat. What design would go well on a mouse mat? What design would be good for a mouse mat? Oh my god. The Elemental Owl logo would be great for the desk mat. Uh-oh, I need to make this logo larger. It doesn't really work. It's too small. I'm also upset it doesn't really center itself. Yeah, if I could put... I do like the bright heart. Oh wait, I should do the red heart. Do I have a red heart? Wait, stop. I do! Don't select it. Like this. You said you sent it something. Eli, click on the product. So if you see you don't see one that's from Samsung, click on the darn product, scroll down, it'll say this, it also appears on this, but below that will say, see, this is the designs. It will say this design is also available on, plus this many of other products. And that shows you all of them. I don't know why they did it like that, but they did. They wanted to do it like that for some reason, but okay. Put my heart on a black background looks weird. If we do... Ooh. Nah. Red looks crap. White's the only one that looks okay, because it has a black border. But it's black. And white. Ew. I think the one that really looks nice, though. Mouse mats for $23? $23 and $70. $23.70. $23 and $70. Jeez, 23 cents and $70. That's not how pricing works. Nope, not at all. That's not how pricing works at all. Yeah, not correct. My darn pants. So annoying with boxers and pants. They can't tell what I'm doing. I have a cropped camera. See, now that's why I have a cropped camera. Unlike Maddie, you just see everything. Mouse mats 20%. That seems a little high. Alright, 15. Wait, what was it before? 20? Those were 23.70. Okay, 10 maybe? 21.73? Okay, wow, Jesus. 5? Okay. 1%. I get 1% of the stuff. It goes for 19. I'm just gonna leave at 20, I guess. There, you gotta have a mouse mat with a heart on it. There, I've got it to a new product. There! First mouse mat. First ever mouse mat on Redbubble. It's the red heart emote. So you get this heart right there on a mouse mat. No. I'm not gonna force you. Yeah, he hasn't gone live for some reason. Odd. Very, very, very odd. What? I'm hungry. Why is that on? Screw you! Oh. I guess both of those. How did Twitch URLs work again? I'm on BRB because I'm doing something on my phone. I didn't turn off IV cam, so IV cam's just broadcasting. I'm like, I don't know if I want to show that, to be honest. So give me a second. And I will change it in a second. I'm not speaking like that. Colon // Oh god, I got granola bars in my throat. There. Wait. Never mind. I mean, that's my phone screen would turn stuff off, but like save your darn battery life, but it's like, nah, I don't want to turn off my screen. Well, then I'll turn it off for you using this app. I can actually see if it turns on or off. Stupid. Stupid. It didn't want to turn off its screen for some reason, but okay. Oh, that's still a fear I have. I wasn't really eating the other day on stream, but I don't like when people see me eat. Why? I don't know. I'm fine in a VC, but on stream I can't. So I'm just gonna turn off as I eat food. Yeah, he's still not live for some reason. Why? I don't know. Oh yeah, right. I forgot. If I had my camera, everything works fine. Yeah, next time I'm just gonna push my camera back down to 720p because 1080p camera not doing so well for the computer. To be honest, I think that's I mean, I guess 720p camera. If I make it like the same size, like it's actually a bit smaller than the old one. If I make it a bit larger though, 1080p, it might look a bit better. Maybe not being so combined, like cramped in this bottom corner. Like maybe if I move it somewhere. I really added as a tag, heart, Twitch emote, 3rd gen design. Okay. Oops. Emote artwork. How do I promote it? Where's right now? Oh, I never put my laptop in. Ah, where's the charger? Ah! Forgot about this. It's so bad. It's so smart. Okay. Give me a second. I'm doing something. Give me a second. Damn it, stop. Ah. Where's the dashboard? I'm checking something really quick. The issue when you have a notification on your phone. Everything will now freeze. Everything will now be frozen. Okay. Set up new products in bulk. Oh, bulk. Bulk? There's a lot of stuff in here. Share your work. That's what I want. Product images. Promote any of your works from Man's portfolio. Yeah, but I don't understand how to actually do that thing. Just click on it. I know I can click the gear, but when I try, oh, but yeah, I said promote products. Brain, not artwork. God. Wait, how did I download this? How did I download images from Redbubble before? I forget how I did this. Yeah, I did it before, and now I forget. Oh, maybe this? Aha! I figured it out. I like the mouse they showed an Apple mouse. It's a magic mouse. That headset looks like a mix between Razer and Apple. Quite literally. Like, it's green like Razer, but then it looks a little bit like an Apple AirPods Max. I can't unsee it. Like, it's like a mix between AirPods Max and Razer. I don't know why, but I can't unsee it. That mouse is weird looking. Yes, there's a heart mouse pad. Hi. That reminds me of that stupid thing that's an audio on it. So like, hi, hello. It's like, oh my god, shut up. I don't care. Okay? For some reason I just moved my mouth. Back sorry about that. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I need to update all my other hearts. The only ones that are more modern is the heart and the Pride 2021 Pride heart. I don't know if I want to remake the trans heart, the queer heart, and the ace heart, to be honest, and the agender heart. The ones I've updated were the bi heart, the pride heart, and the pan heart. Right? So you know stuff has to open up the emotes. Right on here, I don't have the proper emote selector of the BTT V1. Yeah, bi, pan, and pride. I mean, I would have more emotes if people would subscribe more. We have 1 of 25 subs. All we need are the foxes. If you look at the top, the stream chat, at the very top where it says stream chat, I don't know if it says it for you, but it says it for me. At the top of chat, there's a thing. If you click on it, it opens up like a top all-time top gifters and all-time top cheers. This is the gifters one because I have it to default on cheers. Fox has gifted 8 subs one time when I was offline. We need that to be higher. Someone yell at Foxes, we need more gift subs. I'm joking. My microphone just picked up a fart. My microphone already just picked up my fart. Really? Wow. Also, I'm gonna tell you though something. Reason why I want stuff to like see stuff in the background and have a nice good looking camera and nice colors on my face and stuff like that, and a nice cool like stream thing. It's a bit overcomplicated. I could make it a bit more simple. Is because I got all this inspiration from Robro. Have you seen his freaking streams before? If you ever streamed again, freaking 2 RGB lights on his face. That's what I want. Be purple and pink and blue and turquoise, or I guess light blue. I guess whatever color. Dear Lord. That color is. I don't know what color that is. Look at that! Look at that fast autofocus. No DSLR can beat with that, can they? I don't think. Yeah, mirrorless DSLRs can't really focus that fast, can they? A mirrorless camera can't focus this quickly, can it? I mean, maybe Canon can. Canon probably can, but LiDAR. I know what Apple like. Everyone's like, Apple's just using LiDAR for photography and autofocus. Why the hell did they do that? Then you realize why it's so awesome. Freaking fast. Look at it. Cyan? Maybe. My favorite blue color back then. So I've had a lot of favorite colors. My favorite colors were pink, blue, with black, which is the color. White, black, I don't know, don't ask. Emo phase. I'm so emo-ish. In a way. And then it became like purple and pink and all like these cool neon vibe colors. And green. Look at the freaking image of go green with Razor. Or go green with Blurry. That straw's in a room, I didn't grab it. But I did grab is a tripod. Shit, I put it so far behind me I can't grab it. Laser autofocus. I don't know how fast that is. I'm going to assume not fast because it's laser and the laser has to like take its time to bounce and then bounce back. But it's gonna have to do that with a bunch of tiny other lasers. I bet it's not fast because it's gonna only be like in a specific spot, whereas LiDAR's just like everywhere. So if I do this, it will still focus on me because I have its space detector, but when I do this, it does that. You know how awful it is for like DSLRs when people try to show stuff and they show cursor? the camera won't focus because it's doing face tracking. Lidar's just like, ah, hand. Like, it can still, like, it sees my hand, but because it's the closest. But if I move it, like, further away, it will kind of more focus on me instead of the hand. That's why if you put it closer, it says, ah, focus on the hand. Got it. Like an SD card. There it goes. LiDAR works at a certain distance, sadly. If you get too close, LiDAR doesn't work. What makes sense, it needs to spread out. If it's all in one area, it's like, I don't know what to do. What were your other favorite colors? Pink was my first one. Then it was blue. Then black, which is more of a shade. Then it went back to pink for a bit. Then purple. And then a nice darker blue. Sky blue was one of those colors. I love sky blue a lot. I like baby blue. Sky blue was my favorite though. Because Crayola makes way too many different damn colors. I understood what you said. You didn't have to correct yourself. I understood. Unless your Maddie Steps is well, actually, he just can't read in general, but that's fine. That's Maddie Steps. We don't make fun of him for it. We don't. But it's just, I could tell right away the way he said, like, read some of the messages I said. For him to read what I say probably is I have to do all caps on the words he messed up in my next message. And I'm like, sometimes I say, you read that wrong. Like, we don't make fun of him, obviously, for it, because that's something has an issue. He has it, and someone else has it that I know. Someone else I know has that issue, and I don't know who it is. Oh, it's someone else, and their name's on the tip of my tongue, and I can't figure it out. Oh, Turkey of the Grudge Couch. He's dyslexic as well. Which is funny, because he actually, well, he is dyslexic, but not as much as Maddie Steps is. That's something I wish Apple would do. Make that black. Make the iTunes thing black. Ow. So blue, purple, pink, black, sky blue, magenta, cyan, orange, certain type of orange. It can't be like an ugly orange. It has to be like a nice neon looking color. Sometimes a yellow. Sometimes. Yellow's not really my favorite color. Because for some reason, yellows are hardest to produce for keyboards. Why? I don't know. My RAM sticks on yellow look awful. I don't know why. Yellow and everything else, like if it's a bit of yellow mixed with something, it's fine. But if it's like too much, like in the, it's just, RGB and yellow just don't ever work. Red a little bit. I like all the colors, to be honest. They're all like vibey. That's a word. Vibey. Is that a word? Maybe a word. Don't ask. I love this remix. Oh my god. Too many tabs open. I have settings open, so get out of here, settings. Where did that save to? Where did that just save to? It saved it to sort. No, I'm moving it up to sort. Oh, it's GSM Arena. Stop blinding me. Blimey. I don't know, do we? Why's my finger there? I don't know. It's being like a weirdo. Speaking like a weirdo. What is wrong with me? Why is this image so bright? Ah! Save image as downloads, not there, wherever you save the other image. I will hunt you down in my files. for some reason tiny. Open files larger. Frequent folders. Was it in here? Yeah, this folder. I just have to find it. Where's the image? Where is it? I just can't find my own product image now. Where did it go? It's a simple thing, and I can't see it? Wait, was it saved in this folder, or was it saved in a different folder? No, because that's a Zinc show. Or Zinc show. I just said the name the same way twice. If you see a Chongyan, it's going to be the, or a 9S, and then there's a 9S in here. And then a bunch of Apple. Oh, there it is, I'm blind. It's at the very bottom. Found it! Cut, put it down, paste. It's going to find you. No, I meant like open windows on my computer. About my favorite colors, as far as I remember, my favorite colors were black, red, white, and now orange. I know you like orange. You have a freaking orange pillow. If your color preference changes, I will make a new pillow in that color. I just have so many owl nest pillows. I didn't know it did Andros' tab, so if that was Andros, it was Andros. It was Andros opening up frickin' Windows. The same Chrome browser over and over and over and over and over. Really loved frickin' opening Windows. It's like, look! Ah, shit, it's all broken! No, that was John. It's, opening up too many calculators or something, it broke the computer. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna stream sadly, so I'm just gonna lurk Maddie. Maddie, I'm coming to lurk you, you idiot! I'm gonna lurk you! Why is it not playing the stream? Play the stream, Twitch! Actually, it'd be smart not to play the stream. That'd be smart. That'd be smart not to play the stream. Oh, my FPS already dropped so far. It's a smart idea not to play that, was it? My CPU liquid, because I don't know what the CPU temperature is at, 34%. Actually, wait. Armory Crate tells me, doesn't it? My FPS is dropping like hell, though. Oh god, 26 FPS. You have an update? Fuck off. I'm not updating you when I'm streaming. Oh, that's a warm CPU. 58 degrees Celsius. Woo! CPU package is 63 though. GPU, which is also the CPU, is 48. Chipset is 58. Oh my god. Motherboard is 38. 51 degrees Celsius for a CPU. Holy moly! Wow. Usage, CPU usage, 100%. I wonder what program is using that. Do you think, well, not Task Manager. Task Manager would tell me. Voltage, CPU core voltage, 1.44 volts. Whoa. That's a lot of power going into that right now. Frequency. Oh, my CPU is hitting 5 gigahertz at the moment. It makes sense. I'm streaming. And it's trying to process at the same time. That makes sense. What I should do? Oh, my hard drive's over top of one of the air vents. What I should do actually is oh yeah, that's warm. What I didn't do was because AMD is bad at cooling things, that's why. What I should do is probably gonna lag the stream a lot more, is open Razer Synapse and change my span speed. That's something I didn't do yet. But I'm normal. Help the airflow a bit better. put on performance. Now if I speak, do you hear my fans enough if I speak, or is noise suppression like canceling it out? Like if I keep talking, can you kind of hear my fans running a bit now? What if I get closer? If I get closer to the fans, now do you hear the fans a little bit when I speak? Or was noise suppression too like? Okay. What if I'm super close to the fan? Now do you hear the fan spinning when I talk into the microphone? Or is noise suppression too good? Yep, sounds like ooh noise. Stop talking. Ooh equal ooh. Something to do. Hang on. Fine, I don't want to copy all. Yeah, there we go. Yay, first club 2022. Yep, sounds like ooh noise. I love that so much. This is like not even a proper song to be like goofy with. Like this is like more of like anime core, and like Becca was not a goofy artist. Like synthwave is okay. This music does not match the situation. The situation. Or what Justin said the other day when I wanted jalapeno. He said jalapeno. It's like, yeah, jalapeno. I want jalapeno with pizza. Yeah, that new heat for the Ryzen processors. It looks like Intel. Slightly. Wow, the liquid was at 34 degrees Celsius. I put my fans on max, it's now 29 degrees. Just shows you what fans can do. I always have them on quiet. I put them on performance, which is 100% max speed. Was it the open sides? I mean, yeah, that. Oh. But it looks a bit like Intel, like slightly in design. It looks slightly like Intel, minus the holes for some dumb reason. Inside. Why my face is bright as I open up lyrics because I couldn't figure out what he was saying. That's good. So when you drop it, it won't break, unless if you drop it now, the heat starter just goes chunk. Because it does not, there's not like as much contact points on the the IHS to the actual CPU itself. So you drop it, the heat starter might just go chunk and fly off somewhere. My sound effects. Donk. Why are you here? Ah, mouse. Why was it on top of OBS? Ugh. I keep knocking this can. Oh, that's a massive image thing. Oops. Well, that's fine. Let's just make it a bit smaller. So it's not humongous and obnoxiously huge. And stick it right there. Make it tiny. And when we move its frickin' source, because it's on top of everything, it's right there. Invisible. I did a thing. I think it just goes through the two images I have. Yeah, it just goes through those two. The only one that I've saved. Merch! I've named it merch, and it's on the carousel, so it just changes the products. Eventually I'll edit them and have like the merch link right below it for Redbubble. That's me of the video of the guy getting the empty can from his head. Tonk! Oh yeah. The Russians or something. It's like, oh, the coffee won't come out. Ah, damn it. Tonk! Tonk! Oh! So noise suppression works really good, so I can't pick up my fan noise. I wonder what the noise in here is. It is. With the fans on, it went from 36 decibels to 51 decibels. And my microphone doesn't pick that up. That's amazing. What? You like the little merch thing I have over there? Or is it just like too much advertising, do you think? Oh, it looks like look at the freaking bangs. I mean, I'm not really advertising much. I'm not advertising as much. I mean, I don't know if that's for advertising, but I mean, the heart was mainly just to show because of the heart emotes, but also because of spreading hearts, because everyone needs a heart once in a while. Well, it's not gonna look like that. I'm gonna change it. That's just because if I open Photoshop, my computer's probably just gonna say blue screen time, so I'm not doing it. If I got a 3090, maybe. I mean, where do you want me to move it to? Where do you want me to move this to? Okay, well, I've learned what layer that one's on. Okay. Sneaky, snacky. What is this tooth doing? It's like lower than all the others. This is lower, and then the one on this side is higher than it. Weird. Look, now you can't see it. I should say that here. Megan could always use them. They're not. They always. There. There's my merch. Can you see the damn thing? I'm gonna forget it's up there, to be honest. I wonder if anyone ever noticed it's up there. That was a Neo Tokyo song? Ooh, empathy. I like empathy. Sunshine! Oh my god, you know who just went live? Frickin' Universe! Universe just went live, and I'm watching this idiot stream Apex? Gross! Get out of here, you dummy! I don't wanna watch you! Ah. Gross. Disgusting. No, I'm joking. I love you, Maddie. I love you, Maddie. I don't hate Maddie. Why would I hate Maddie? I don't hate him. Maybe I do. I don't know. Ow. What the? This song is good lyrics. I love the lyrics for the song. Lover made me love the song, to be honest. I wonder if I can just copy and paste all lyrics. Oh, Apple doesn't let me copy stuff! Give me your attention, it's not too late. Can we see this day and break the apathy? The disaster is on the brink. A little empathy from you might turn this around. Moth Wings is also a very good song too, and I really like Moth Wings. We just wanted the hearts here, by the way, because right beside the heart is actually this. That's why the heart's there. Now it's very laggy. Wow, why is the stream so delayed on my laptop? What the hell? It's like 12 seconds behind and Twitch couldn't figure out how to speed it back up again. It's like, Twitch, what are you doing? Oh. Coughs are getting worse. I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. So he is Lego Museum Dinosaur Fossil. That's what the box that I guess is what he's building is called. Welcome to the Twitchsonian. Twitchsonian? You know what? We're gonna raid him right now. Because I'm tired and I wanna raid him. And I wanna watch his stream. I bet, yeah, me kinda sad. Why are you sad about me streaming for almost 4 hours? Why are you sad? Oh wait, I think I know why. Oh, right. The Discord thing we're gonna do. That you wanted to do. Nope, I'm someone's camera. There we go. Move the phone away. I'm still on camera. It's called a wide camera lens. Ding dong brain. Oh! Apple needs to have like a 1x zoom camera. Like a portrait lens. I guess that's technically wide, but wide is not right like portrait lens, and the telephoto isn't portrait lens. They need like an actual portrait lens. That bring it up to 4 lenses, and it would look like a stovetop. But if they ever give it like a portrait lens, I would love that because I like portrait lenses. They're nice. You can't zoom with them. They have you can focus them differently, but they have a fixed zoom. Kind of like the selfie camera, to be honest. Now that I think of it, the selfie camera is something that wait. So where my hand is, you can't really see it, but it's all cropped there. It's not focusing on that. It is face tracking, but it doesn't way better, to be honest. Apple, somehow move the lighter to the frickin' center of the stovetop. I'm saying if they add a 4th lens, I want it to be portrait lens. Like we have wide, ultra wide, and telephoto, and ultra wide acts as macro. But I want another lens to be portrait, which is like just a standard non-wide lens and not telephoto. But it doesn't zoom. It has a fixed focus. It has a fixed zoom length, but you can focus it. But then they would have to move LiDAR, so it'd become a stovetop then because of 4 lenses. But I wonder if they could just stick LiDAR in the center of all of them. It looks a bit odd, but I feel like it would work better for LiDAR, to be honest, for all lenses. Or maybe, actually better yet, move the flash to the center so the flash has an even spread across all 4 cameras. And LiDAR could sit somewhere else. Where would LiDAR sit then? I don't know. I'm looking at the camera bump. I'm trying to figure out where would this sensor right here go. But if I cover that, wait. Oh, it's slower though. Oh. Nope. Maybe it's. I guess LiDAR just helps it as a little bit. Also, I just felt that, and it's so warm. The light, like how LiDAR. How warm is my phone? How hot are you? Oh my god! Well, we're gonna rate Universe Apart Streams. I read his name and my brain broke. I was like, But we're gonna rate him because I'm tired. I'm gonna close. I'm gonna put this back on quiet. Be quiet, clear. I can hear this in my headset. It's loud. I forgot this is up here already. I already forgot that this is up here. I already forgot about that. So we're gonna rate him because he's awesome. Why did I mute his stream when I already have the Twitch tab muted? My brain. But anywho, we're gonna rate him. He's wearing his own merch. Oh my god. Wow. I need to buy my own merch and then wear it on stream. How about that? I mean, I'm already advertising my merch. See? Advertising my own merch. Let's switch my camera. I had to flip the camera so you can see it properly because it's just reversed for you. But we're gonna rate him. He's showing up in his hoodies now and his jackets. I need a merch. I need someone to make my merch for me. Someone get on that. Foxes, learn how to sew right now. I need you. Learn how to make clothing. I will pay you $10 per month. No, I'll pay you $10 for each thing you make. Maybe. I'll pay you 1 cent. I'll pay you in hearts. How about that? Hearts are better than money because love is priceless. And friendships are priceless. Alright, we're gonna rate him because I want a shirt stamper. A shirt, what now? Well, I'm not making my hearts stamps, okay? Or like the ink dye thing. The ooh that puts the designs into an ooh woo. Did you not read what Busbot just said? The ooh that puts the designs into an ooh woo, into a ooh woo. The ooh that puts the designs into an ooh woo. That's 2 quotes this stream now. What is quote 1? What is the first quote ever? My headaches are. Oh yeah, that's. Oh, that's Buzzbot. Let's quote 2. It was an unexpected ooh, ooh, how I dare. Oh, that's Fox's, but Buzzbot ooh-fied it. It needs to be called ooh bot. Oh boy. Anywho, we're going to go and raid. That's hilarious. He already got raided by someone else, but we're gonna go raid him ourselves. I just need to open up Stream Manager on my computer. Wait, an idiot. I could just do that on this computer. Darn. Well, if it would show me a Twitch. Twitch. Dashboard. There we go. Dashboard. Found it. I'm not even looking at myself. I'm looking at him. Oops. Go back to OBS. Here you go. Ad starts in 7 minutes. Oh, let's raid now before the ad starts for anyone who's here. He is streaming Makers and Crafting. He's building a Lego. And he's cool. And I'm gonna get a good raid out song. Now I'm gonna start now so it ends almost. Let's play. I can't think of a song. Can't think of a play. Maybe not that one. Where's Fury Weekend? Where's Fury Weekend? There they are. That's a long song, isn't it? That's a 4-minute song. I want a short song. I don't want a super long song. Well, we're in the raid because the ad's about to start, so I shouldn't even be playing with this. Anywho, we're gonna raid Universe Part Streams because I'm getting tired and I want to raid him because he's cool and awesome. My camera's being laggy. Move my hand now. Yep, it's laggy. My phone's getting very warm, so we're just gonna rate him. And yeah, see ya next time. Oh my god, my voice.